Hello, everybody. Welcome to Armchair Expert. I'm Dax Shepard, and I'm here with Manica Padman. And today we have a very naughty mommy on, a bad mom, Kathryn Hahn.
Sounds so gross.
It does, right? I'm trying to make it sexual because I'm trying to pique everyone's.
Pique.
Yeah. Oh, great way to spell it.
That's how you spell it.
And I want to give people PQs, which I think we maybe even go into in this episode. Who knows? You'll learn what PQs are eventually.
Yeah.
Kathryn,
it's kind of our secret.
It's kind of our now. It's
fine.
Now it's everyone's.
Keep telling everyone our secrets, but okay.
What else are we gonna do? We've invited everyone into our home, and that's how it is. Kathryn Hahn, you've seen her in a million things. She's been brilliant in every single one of those things. I've yet to see her be anything but great, and just a very unique, wonderful perspective on parenting, on navigating her professional life, on marriage. So many fun things. Kathryn Hahn, over-delivered. Please enjoy. Oh, lastly, a couple seats left. If you want to go see us in Brooklyn on September 22nd, go to the website. Enjoy.
We get support from Quince.
Have you been wearing the Quince linen shirts?
Yeah, I've been wearing them a suspicious amount. Yeah, European linen ones, they're $34, which is genuinely insane for how nice they are.
It doesn't even make sense.
Well, here's the deal. They work directly with the factories, cut out all the middlemen, so you're paying for the actual quality and not some brand's marketing budget. Everything's 50 to 80% less than comparable stuff. I love it because it's all very classic and traditional, and I know I'm going to be able to keep it for a very long time, and the quality's off the charts.
That's true. The style is very consistent. Whatever you get there, you walk down the street, you're going to look good. They have these lightweight cotton sweaters, which I love for when it cools down at night. It's nice drape around your shoulders in the summer and then throw it on when it gets a little cool. And it's not just clothes. They do home stuff, ding, 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 travel stuff, everyday essentials. It's all the same model, quality without the markup.
Make your summer wardrobe easier. Go to quince.com/Dax for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too. That's QUINCE.com/Dax for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/Dax. This episode is supported by Helix. All right, let's talk about something we both really care deeply about: sleep.
It's the most important thing. I've had my Helix mattress for years now, and I genuinely think it's one of the best investments you can make for your home. Mine still feels just like it did when I first got it.
Well, that's the thing. It's not one of those mattresses that caves in after 6 months. These things are built to last. And you know, I'm a side sleeper. I ordered a side sleeper and I get hot, so I have cooling. And I can't tell you how much more comfortable it is to be in there, not sweating and tossing and turning.
Cooling is really important. I've read that you're supposed to sleep a little bit cold. So I also have cooling. And they have over 20 models, so it's not a one-size-fits-all situation. You just go take their quiz and they match you to what actually works for your body.
Plus, they've got cooling upgrades, which heading into summer, non-negotiable.
Truly.
Go to helixsleep.com/armchair for 20% off. That's helixsleep.com/armchair for 20% off. Make sure you enter our show name after checkout so they know we sent you. helixsleep.com/armchair.
He's an armchair expert. He's an armchair expert.
Welcome, Kathryn Hahn. We're in the middle of an argument, but go ahead. You were saying on Kimmel you were terrible. That's not true.
Absolutely awful.
No, you
Yes,
absolutely
I was.
were not.
I steamrolled.
Nope.
I bum rushed.
Nope.
I'm horrible.
No.
Yes, because this is what happens.
No.
I blow it. I blow my wad on the pre-interview.
Okay.
I feel like I have to charm the pre-interviewer.
Me too.
No.
Me too.
But you still have life and you still have spontaneity.
No.
And you still bring it as if it's a first-time story with the actual interviewer. And I feel like what happens is I feel like, like I feel like I've done it, and then I'm like, oh no, I'm trying to repeat it.
So for people that don't know, when you see someone on Kimmel or Conan or any talk show, they have talked to us. Conan, you've talked to a segment producer beforehand, and they said, "Hey, I saw this tweet. Do you want to tell me about that story?" Right, and then you tell the story to the segment producer. I agree. I generally feel like I tell that segment producer a much better story than I tell the talk show host. Mm-hmm. And then you get out there, and now, as opposed to telling a fun story, you're trying to remember all the beats of the story you've once told, right?
Yes.
But can I give you just an unsolicited piece of advice?
Fine.
Please watch some other people on talk shows. Because let me tell you something. My wife suffers from the same illness you do, which is a total lack of objectivity about your own performance on a talk show. So my wife will go, oh my God, I'm terrible. I'm not even listening. I'm just out there steamrolling, blah, blah. Same basically list you just gave.
Okay.
But the problem is she doesn't watch nighttime talk shows. Do you?
Never.
Of course not. The only time you ever watch them is yourself. So you're judging it against something that, what are you even comparing it to? Please, just one night this week, tune it in. Watch another actress on a talk show, and you will then hear my words to be true. You are fantastic on talk shows. You know your story. You have a ton of personality and energy, and it's fantastic. You need to check in with some other interviews.
Okay.
It's hard, first of all.
It is.
And
It's
you're doing a
different-
great job.
But I feel like it is. This is the thing. I am a pretty private human. I have little cute stories
Okay.
that I tell.
Okay. What, like at dinner parties or just on TV?
No, on those TV stories.
Okay.
So I always feel like it's like a little surfacey cute story
Anecdote.
that feels there's a little part of it that feels just a little,
Punched up.
yeah,
Flourished.
and gross.
Fraudulent.
Yes.
You feel a little fraudulent.
It just feels a little gross.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I do know.
And I know it's a part of the thing. I'm grateful
Yeah.
and it's fun. I always feel like I leave those places feeling like I've eaten like a Twinkie.
Okay. Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Like I always kind of like get back in the car afterwards and I go home feeling like I've eaten like
I didn't need that.
I just like feel like I've eaten a little like, I don't know. It just feels a little like, I don't know. That wasn't really authentic. And that's okay. I always feel like I've sold a family member, like a child.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, what's challenging is very few stories involve just you
Yeah,
in life, right?
yeah.
It's not like you were driving down the road, you didn't see a road closed sign and then you jumped up 50-foot gap. Just generally you're with
Yes.
somebody. Your life involves other people if it's worth repeating. So, invariably you're dragging someone who's maybe anonymous in real life into your public
Yes.
thing. And it can be a little dicey, right?
I mean, have you watched that show, that Netflix special, Nanette?
Yes.
Yeah, we
Uh-huh.
watched it together.
Yeah. Not to
mean-
brag, but we watched it without you.
So sorry. So sorry we didn't invite you, but we did watch it.
I don't know what your feelings are on that yet, but I have not stopped thinking about it. About that part of it where she discusses the moment after the punchline
Right.
and about I keep maybe I'm having that feeling about the
Well, really quickly, for those of you who have not seen it, she outlines the structure of a joke, and then a structure of a joke generally involves building tension, then breaking the tension with a great punchline. In that, in telling her real life stories in the format of a joke, she's actually leaving out the part where the tension actually wasn't broken. And in fact, maybe it crescendoed in violence in real life, and that she
Yes.
felt fraudulent, and that she's not really telling her story. She's telling a joke version of her story. And she feels compelled to tell the truth on this special. Is that fair
Yes.
assessment?
and that I feel that I took it as so often, so much of my life, and as so many of us lead, that the truth, like our true story, is somewhere on the other side, and so much of how we curate our life, like, is on the other side of that curation. Like however we decide to tell our story, there's something always on the other side of that.
Well, I have a similar interest, but mine is more like, so you have your story, but to me, what's even more interesting is how did you end up in that story? Because what I'm most interested in is what actually happens before the story. Like, why even, if I've got a motorcycle story of I got hit on my motorcycle, I'm really curious, why do I even ride a motorcycle? What compelled me to take this up as a hobby? That's, to me, like, that's what I'm super interested in people, is like questioning why we do anything we do, because we do all these things that feel just very natural and organic to us. But there is an explanation for nearly everything we're doing if you're curious.
Yeah.
Like, you don't really just find yourself anywhere. There's all these events that led up to it. And I guess I'm always interested in trying to maybe break patterns I'm in. So for me to
Yes.
break a pattern, I first need to know, like, what am I confirming identity wise, or what is my thesis on why, as a person, that I'm doing this to prove something to other people? I'm this thing, like I first need to know why I'm even, what's the causality of all my behavior?
Yes.
I'm very curious in that.
Yeah.
Like do you know Sam Harris? Did you listen to his podcast?
I did it once.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Wait, you were on Sam Harris?
I think so.
Oh, there's a couple Sam Harrises.
There might be
we might get
multiple.
into. We might be into.
Is he the
overlap.
black and white?
Oh, that's Sam Jones, and I watched it, and you were great.
You were great.
Okay.
We love
Yeah.
Sam
You're
Jones.
going to be doing a lot of fact checking for
I
me,
can't
Monica,
wait.
because I have vague memory.
Can't
Her,
wait.
It's
her
a
appetite
memory
has
play.
not been slaked lately. She's been
Yeah.
feeling like there's not been enough facts to check.
Oh, good.
So this
Today, because it's a memory play with
Oh, good.
Kathryn Hahn. It's real cloudy.
But yes, you were on that, and you were great, and he's fantastic. But at any rate, he was on Sam Harris, who's this neurobiologist or neuroscientist, and I wanted to know why he was into Brazilian jiu-jitsu, because it was just a little out of what I would have guessed his
Yeah.
lane was. And he said, well, it's just fun. I'm like, well, sure, it's fun. And he goes, well, why do you ride motorcycles? And I go, well, I ride them because they're fun, but I also didn't have a dad around to get approval from, and I was trying to get like approval from men all around me. So I did anything that was daredevil-y that I thought men would approve of. And now I actually love it, but it is worthwhile knowing why I even did it to begin with.
Yeah.
You know?
You liked risk.
Yes, like proving myself, rites
You
of
like
passage.
that feeling.
I do like that. Yeah.
You like the feeling of like the abyss, like falling.
Yeah. In general, I have a hard time having fun unless there's a legitimate threat of danger involved. Then I'm like, then you have my attention and my focus, and now I can have a lot of fun. We were just talking about, I got a road bike this weekend, like impulse bought a road bike, getting a tire for my boring bike. And I rode it and I was like, oh, this is so much better than jogging, because jogging, you could pretty much close your eyes. There's no danger. But the bike, I was like, oh, I got to fucking pay attention. There's people
Wait,
opening
tell me
doors.
what a road bike is. Does it have a motor attached?
No, it's a bicycle.
Like a BMX?
Not a BMX bike. Like you see these clowns in the spandex riding around town with the helmets on and everything.
Sure.
They're on road bikes. Like
Okay.
they're going to drive 80 miles on that bicycle.
Okay, that's awesome.
So I got one of those and I rode to downtown LA, and I was like, oh, Jesus, there's a lot going on. People are opening doors. People are getting over. They're seeing parking spots. Like, be aware.
Yeah.
And then I was on fire. I was like, this is a good activity. I need to pay attention.
You like that feeling. I
do.
grew up in Cleveland, and there's a bunch of downtown Cleveland. Like there's a bunch of, the river, the Ohio River. There's a bunch of bridges down there, and there's a bunch of jackknife bridges. And when I was in high school, there was a lot, which is like, I think about this now, and especially as a parent, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. But in the winter, they would be up to let the boats go through. And there was a lot of, so there was like jackknife bridges that were like iced. And we would climb them to the top with our boons.
What are Boone's?
It's
That's
Boone's
a brand of
was a
boot?
brand
Boone's
of
Farms.
Boone's.
Yeah.
Screw top wine.
Yeah.
Like there would be, it was like there was a flavor called Golden Delicious Apple that said serve very cold. And it was like so gross. Like the very was basically underlined.
The taste would break down above 36
God.
degrees.
It was
Great.
so vile.
Yeah.
And then we would be so high, and we would climb the top of an icy jackknife bridge and just hang out and look at the like terminal tower on an icy bridge after going to see like Fugazi.
Did you
I
like Fugazi?
fucking
Ian McKay?
Loved
I love Fugazi.
And back when you would, do you remember you could not?
Catherine, hold on.
Yeah, I
Can we
liked
just
it loud.
Can we?
I did.
I liked it loud.
But I did. I
Wait.
liked pure loud music. I did.
Waiting room. Did you just put waiting room on
Waiting
repeat?
room.
Listen. to me.
Cop shoot cop.
Okay.
I mean, I did Pixies. I mean, I really loved. The
Pogues. How about the
Pogues.
Pogues? Sure. Shane McGowan.
I was 9 Inch Nails.
Oh, Trent Reznor. Oh, what about when Ian McKay and Trent Reznor they had a project called Palehead?
Palehead.
Did you know Palehead?
I did know Palehead.
I need to stop right now and look into my eyes. Do you know how rare this would be that two actors in Hollywood and a boy and a girl would have this shared past?
Yes. Listen, my first money that I made as an actor, I went right down to a store on Coventry Road in Cleveland, which was like kind of the punky little street. And I went to a store called Sunshine 2.
Okay.
And they sold drug paraphernalia and leather jackets, and I bought myself a motorcycle jacket.
Oh, God.
And it was just, gross. But I wore it with my Catholic school uniform. And I thought I was so
What a
cool.
look.
And I was not cool. But maybe I was.
Sounds like you were.
100%.
But I thought I really loved, but I also liked but I really
psychedelic
just,
furs.
Loved the psychedelic furs.
I love the psychedelic furs.
But I also loved I loved Bjork.
Oh, I love
And I
Bjork.
still fucking love Bjork.
I fucking love Bjork. What was the name of that
still
one
love
album?
Bjork.
Homogenics
or whatever.
Homogenics.
Homogenics.
I fell in love with a gal.
Birthday when she was.
Oh, Birthday's my single favorite
cubes.
song of all time.
I mean, I want to cry thinking
Yeah,
about
she's
it.
5 years old. Oh my God, what does that song mean? Is she getting molested in the tub? Oh my God. I don't think there's ever been a song I listened to on repeat more than Birthday by Bjork.
No, but it was.
Hold on a second.
Okay.
Is it possible we would have got married if we met when we were 23? Do you think?
I mean, it is possible.
I feel like it's more than possible, but maybe likely.
But I mean, listen, I was not into. Well, you know what though? Can I tell you something? I also did date a Team Suzuki motorcycle racer.
Get out of my
I'm
attic.
not going to remember his name.
Perfect.
He was not the brightest bulb.
He didn't need to be.
He did carry a very torn, and he definitely was reading the Chronicles of Narnia, and I was like, just tried to be like, put the blinders on and be like, la 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 la. I didn't. Tried not to pay attention to it. And he picked me up with a Fuck Bush in '92 shirt on. I do remember that. My dad was not.
He didn't
Thrilled
love
about.
Didn't love it. I loved it.
What did your dad do for a living, or what does he do?
My father. Oh,
I'm going to be reeling from this Fugazi thing for a long time.
I love Fugazi.
I have a couple questions before you go into father.
Okay.
Okay.
It's gonna get. That's
where things are going to start spiraling out of control.
Yes.
Okay.
When you were climbing up the bridge,
Yeah.
did you like that, or were you like, this is what we have, this is what we're doing? You were peer pressured.
No.
You liked it.
I loved it. Yeah, that was. I was a little bit of the
Instigator.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
A little bit.
Maverick.
This is surprising.
It
know.
is. This
Yeah.
is a huge revelation. I'm glad I found this out after we were both married, because again, I really think if I had met a fellow actor, female, who was this deeply into Birthday, I would have at least had to ask you to a
Don't
movie
you
or
love
something.
that song?
There isn't a better song.
I want to listen to it right now.
Should we pause this whole thing?
I don't want to just like sit and cry.
No, but for me, it's
I just
worth
wonder
it.
how long you guys can go.
Oh, I think
2
probably
hours.
2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you remember Echo and the Bunnymen?
Loved Echo and the Bunnymen. Also associated with Susie and the Banshees in some
Susie.
capacity,
I
right?
also love Susie the Banshees.
Yeah. Did you
Also,
like
the Breeders. I also loved fucking Hole. Pardon my friend. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
you
you're
can-
allowed
you
to
can
say.
do it.
You're allowed to say whole. Did you think you weren't allowed to say whole?
I didn't think you could say Hole.
Wait,
I
did
just
you
did
did
that
you
in
like the
karaoke
movie?
recently.
Did you like the movie Valley Girl? I'll punch you right through the wall if you love Valley Girl.
Not fucking love Valley.
You
Girl.
didn't. Okay.
I
It had to end. It had to end, and here it ends.
Okay.
It combined my two favorite things: new wave music and Nicolas Cage. Those were my North Stars.
I did fucking Wild at Heart though. My favorite movie of all time.
Oh, absolutely.
Wild at Heart was a game changer for me though. Wild at Heart. Also,
perfect.
did you see the Andre the Giant documentary?
We both saw it. We loved it. Loved it. How about when the little announcer guy, they were describing his flatulence, which I'm so glad they did for
Me
a
too.
full 10 minutes.
Yeah, me
They
too.
dedicated 10 minutes of that
It's
movie.
the way to my heart.
And he goes, when Andre would take a fart, he would he said take a fart.
Take a fart.
Implying that the fart is so big, you have to parallel it with taking a dump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He took a fart.
We laughed.
Oh my
so
God.
much.
It was the best.
Love Andre the Giant
Anyway,
so
love
much.
Andre the
Great
Giant.
documentary. Susie and the Banshees. Now we're
Susie
back.
and the Banshees, we're back.
Okay.
Dad.
And Father.
Dad,
okay.
dad.
Dad. Well,
This is the best.
let me ask you something. If
I
Valley,
love this.
because there were a
Tuesday.
couple entry points into new wave music when we were kids, and
Yeah.
a couple movies that were entry points. Like I think by the time we were getting out of high school, Singles became a movie that was entrance to the grunge scene, right?
Yes.
So you had exposure to all these great bands.
Yes.
But prior to that, you had Valley Girl. You had
Had all the John Hughes movies, I guess.
Yes. They had some good stuff. But what song made "I'll Stop the World Melt" for you famous?
Modern English.
I'll stop the world and melt.
Wasn't that a John Hughes
I think
movie?
it was actually.
Moving
Yeah,
forward
I think it
with
was.
all my
I'll find out
breath.
which one. But yeah.
But
So
that's an
it wasn't
amazing
Valley
song.
Girl. So for me, Valley Girl was like my education on all the new
New
wave.
wave.
Yeah, I was like,
I mean, I remember seeing Blue Velvet, and that was like, I remember, I mean, and this is like maybe an entree to family life, but I remember the opening of Blue Velvet was, I believe it was Blue Velvet, where it starts on the family, like the perfect suburban house, and the camera goes down onto the flowers in the front yard, onto this rock, and then the rock lifts and you see like the maggots. And like it, and I just remember thinking like it was like the perfect, like, you know, I grew up on this like really sweet suburban street, Catholic school. My parents went to couples club.
wait, what's a couples club?
Exactly. It
Oh,
was like,
wow.
it was
No,
like,
you want it to be kinky.
it was
Well,
like,
no, I'm-
it was like, you know, they had like, it was the social thing that all the families would,
Is it like a country club?
no, it was just
No.
like it was like
like a block party.
no, it was like all the parents of the kids that went to this Catholic school, like it was like their social crap.
I got
that
you.
they would
There'd be
do.
like dinners and stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
And it was just like basically an opportunity for them to just get like wasted.
Sure.
And
do you think there was any bed hopping
I don't
in that circle?
think so,
No?
but I just think it was like a lot of covering up of like a lot of crazy dysfunction.
Sure, absolutely.
Like madness.
yeah.
And it was like Catholic school was basically the cheapest private education.
Mm-hmm.
We grew up in Cleveland Heights, which was like the not as nice suburb to like, there was like a lot of kids were in Shaker Heights, or there was like really fancy suburbs, and we were the not so nice suburb. My dad, to answer your question, we had moved. I was born outside of Chicago. We moved to Minnesota, and then to Cleveland Heights when I was like 4.
Wow. Hold on a second. There's a clue here. So you started in Illinois,
Mm-hmm.
and then you went to Minnesota, and then you went to Ohio.
Yeah.
So what on earth industry could he have been in?
Advertising.
Advertisements. Okay.
And he was couldn't hold the jobs.
Sure. Okay. Because he was mercurial, or he hated authority, or he had a drinking problem, or
It was not a drinking problem, but he was mercurial,
okay, great.
and he was and could not handle authority.
Okay. What's his name? Dax?
His name is his name is Bill, and he is a beautiful big personality. We moved to Cleveland when I was 4. I remember that's like one of my earliest memories is looking into a mirror at my uncle's house and thinking, I'm 4 today. Like I remember that image I remember looking at myself and thinking that. I remember a bookmobile. Like we were lived in the middle of nowhere that they didn't have libraries. We would have there was something called a bookmobile that was like a bus would come and you would check out books.
A mobile library?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like once every
like
2
in
weeks.
prison when
and
they
my
come out
mom
with the
would be
card.
like, because she was so bored that she would wait to check out books. So books became like such an enormous part of our like my life. Like I loved books. Were like when I was growing up, books were my everything. Like escape.
Yeah.
Books. Little House on the Prairie was like my everything. Like I wanted to just be I wanted to be Amish so badly because I was worshipped that life.
Yeah. What do you think about that appealed to you? Like this, was it the Spartanness?
It was the simplicity. Like, and I think it was because I think also now looking back, it was because my home life was chaos. And also because, and I know I'm a little all over the place, because I think my siblings and I were a little bit surrogate spouses, if you know what I mean.
Oh, sure.
We had
Wait, really quick. Did your parents stay married?
They stayed married until I was like 30.
30. Okay. And then how many siblings? Just
2. I'm the oldest.
You're the oldest.
And the only girl.
Only
and 2
girl.
little
So
brothers.
2 little brothers.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you're your dad's wife, and your brothers are your mom's
And my
husband.
and my mom's husband too.
And your mom's husband. Okay.
And you know, my brother's parents.
Caretaker.
Yeah, everybody.
Uh-huh.
A lot of responsibility. And I think there was something in that life that was so simple that I was like, that like a relationship
If you could just milk
to
the
God.
cow.
Yeah. And then, yes, that was your job. You woke up and fucking cleaned a barn and milked a cow. And then when the lights went down, it was time to go to bed. And
Maybe
then you
read by a
woke up.
candle.
Yeah, I would do my homework by candlelight.
Really?
Yeah, I would do my homework by
Because
candlelight.
you fetishize that.
Yeah, I would ask, and
puritanical.
my parents would be like, I don't know. So I would literally light a candle and do my homework by candlelight. I was such a good student, Dax. I was a crazy.
Well, you got
good
into
student.
Northwestern, so my assumption is you must have done very well.
My parents were like, if you can get in and get a scholarship, do it. So I got myself into grad school. It was all me because they didn't have money.
And you and I both grew up around Amish people. I mean, they weren't in my backyard, but you could go to Amish country.
Yeah,
in a short drive.
Yeah,
my
short
grandparents owned this motel at the border of Indiana and Michigan. And it was all in Amish country, so people were driving horse and buggy down the road all the time. And
Oh my God, it was my first like sexual crushes were these Amish boys. It was like reverse witness.
Ooh, interesting.
reverse witness.
I was like peeking through the barn like,
You hardworking motherfucker.
I was like so Harrison Ford. Loved them.
Oh wow,
Loved it.
because they.
I mean, I had the biggest crushes on these Amish boys.
Well, okay, again, really quick. So if I can just
Loved them.
armchair psychoanalyze.
Yeah, get in there.
Analyze you. I'm just let's just start with some
Dunk
basics.
my tea bag real fast.
Some basics would be advertising is a very creative medium. It does attract because my mom
Oh my God,
for a
thank
couple
you for
years
just trying to harness this.
Well, no, my
There's a
mom.
lot going on.
My mom also, she had worked for General Motors for years,
Yeah.
but then she worked at an ad agency for 2 years. And what she loved about it is the people there were so different from all the GM people. They were live wires. They were mercurial. They were passionate. They were creative. They did drugs. That there was the whole culture that went along with advertising. And if there were a field that couldn't be more polar opposite than advertising, it would be like churning butter and erecting a barn with your neighbors. Like, was it something about it being the antithesis of your father that was appealing? Did it just seem like steady and plodding and calm, and you don't have.
I mean, totally. Like I wanted a paw.
Mm-hmm,
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I wanted that
A rock.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted someone to be like, yes, half pint.
Wow. So
Do you know what I mean?
Yes,
Like,
you just hit something that I think maybe we probably both can bond on is that I quite often as a kid was put in charge of an adult's emotional stability. Like my dad was, while he was still an alcoholic, breaking down and crying, I need to quit drinking, and then crying on my brother and I's shoulder. And it's like I would be 8 and he was 13, and we're like comforting an adult about his huge emotional issue, which we're not prepared to do.
right.
And
Oh no.
and it's scary because you go, oh, the people that are supposed to be in charge, they're hanging on by a thread. That's a little scary.
Terrifying.
And
Yeah.
then mom, who I fucking adore, I couldn't love a human being more.
Oh my God, that
every
interview
few
with her.
years there's a divorce and there's a move out, and then so you kind of go like, oh, okay, well, she doesn't have this all figured out either. Like we're kind of like we're at the whim of some variables here.
Yeah.
And just caring for people as kids. It's the one thing I've bumped up against with my own kids. I don't care if they hear someone talking about any kind of politics I don't agree with, any of this stuff. But when the few times adults have forced my kids to comfort them because they don't have control of their own emotions, I go, fuck this. No, you're out of my house. If you're an adult and you can't care for your shit, that's not my 5-year-old's job.
Totally. Yeah.
It really
totally.
sets me off
Me
when
too.
that happens.
That's a huge trigger for me. Yeah. Yeah.
And maybe it's fine. Maybe it's cool that kids comfort. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but that sends me to like the moon and back.
Oh, one time my well, there was one time, and she didn't mean it. She meant it in a sweet way, but I remember my daughter said, "I'm your Band-Aid," and she meant it like, "I'm gonna cling to you today." But I was like, "Oh." I was like, no. We're gonna reframe. Like, she meant like, "I'm just gonna be your buddy today." But I was like, "Oh my God. No, you are not. No, you're not. You're not. You're not at all, honey. Like, let's find it." Like, and I had such a reaction to it, but I was like, Jesus.
That's the only thing.
It is weird that I said that they were also my crushes, but that's a complicated part. But the paw, but the Amish boys were also my first crushes. But
that when you the boys you dated in high school or
no, they were total like
rebels, right?
Totally.
Yeah.
Like I looked also because
that's the irony, right? Is that you fall in love with.
Well, because also that's high school, and I think that's like your first that makes total. I mean, that makes total sense to me. It's like because I also was such a straight student. Like I was always getting in trouble with the nuns. Like I was such a pain in the ass at school, but there was nothing they could really do because I was such a good student. I was so committed to getting out. And I also really loved learning. Like I loved school, and I didn't want to and I had some really great educators. Like I did love that school. I loved a single sex education. I had some great friends there. It was a really great and diverse school. The girls I met there were fantastic. Like some of the, like it was an interesting liberal school. Like I loved it. It was
those single sex schools can sometimes help people be friendly to each other and not competitive as much when you're not competing over the affection of a dude, right? Is that
well? It was accurate? Like you weren't afraid to raise your hand, and it was not uncool to be smart.
Right.
You didn't have to hide your brain.
Mm-hmm. Where
I feel like, especially maybe I think it's different now, but I guess like 20 years ago, I feel like a lot of girls kind of hid their brain in school.
Sure.
And
because all of us boys were dumbasses,
and it was not cool to be smart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stay tuned for more Armchair Expert, if you dare. This episode is brought to you by SoFi, the all-in-one finance app where you can bank, borrow, and invest all in one place.
Let's talk bank accounts for a second. The average bank savings rate is 0.39% in interest. You're earning pennies on your savings, but it does not have to be that way.
With SoFi high-yield checking and savings, the money barely making moves sitting in your savings account can earn over 8 times the national average savings rate with eligible direct deposit.
No account or overdraft fees, which feels rare these days. You can get your paycheck up to 2 days early, perfect for getting ahead of a bill or grabbing what you need right when you need it.
Plus, get up to a $300 welcome bonus when you sign up with eligible direct deposit. Sign up for SoFi checking and savings at SoFi.com/armchair. SoFi checking and savings is offered through SoFi Bank N.A. member FDIC. Terms apply.
Confidence. It's listening to your gut. It's moving forward even when the path ahead is unclear. For nearly 160 years, Pacific Life has helped people keep their promises, building confidence for generations. Whether you're confident in your financial future or just beginning to envision it, we're here to help. Ask a financial professional how. Pacific Life, the power of a promise. Pacific Life Insurance Company, Omaha, Nebraska, and in New York, Pacific Life and Annuity, Phoenix, Arizona.
What was mom doing? Was she employed too?
She worked she was a at-home mom until we were a little bit older, and then in elementary school, and then and she was like really fabulous. Like she walked us to school every day. She would bring us like hot lunch. She would make us lunch and bring it to school. Like, I mean, I remember her being really involved. Like I had a really rich emotional life. Like I loved getting deep into pretend, like whatever. If I wanted to, if my dolls were like, she made I remember when she quit smoking for Lent, and her project was to decorate a dollhouse for me. And I'm telling you, my daughter has this dollhouse now, and it is like incredibly detailed. Like, I mean, the detail when she was quitting smoking was pretty intense.
She put all anger
the energy.
into...
Oh my God. Now it's a little haunted though. I don't know if you've seen Hereditary, but it feels like that. There's like a dollhouse in that horror movie, and it kind of has that vibe.
I haven't
Yeah,
seen
anyway,
that.
there's a dollhouse that Toni
Or how about
Collette's character.
sharper objects? There's a dollhouse.
Oh, there is
Sharp
too.
objects.
Something about a dollhouse, guys.
Yeah, it's creepy.
Yeah,
It is inherently creepy for some reason.
Hereditary. But anyway, but then she got a job as an administrator at a Montessori school. Interestingly, we never went to a Montessori school, but she worked in administration there, and she continued. Just retired last year. So
And was her emotional ups and downs just because tied to your father being a little unpredictable?
Yeah. And so it was a little bit like camps. So I always, you know what I mean? Like we always were on kind of my mom's side.
Yeah.
And he was like the bad guy. I felt like back to that blue velvet metaphor. It was like, it definitely did feel like I had to put on an armor of normalcy to the world. Like we all did. Like we became all kind of professional liars.
Uh-huh.
So we had this like kind of like couples
Beautiful
club.
veneer.
Total beautiful Catholic school veneer. Like, which I'm sure all of those fucking families.
By the way, probably the majority of all people. Yeah.
And like had this like,
all because we were so concerned with what everyone else thinks of us.
and like underneath it, like the maggots.
Yeah, sure.
And like, or whatever, the lies and
termites just eating the foundation.
Exactly. And like, we just, we had like, we really isolated ourselves a little bit, and we all had like a gnawing kind of anxiety because there was a lot going on that no one talked about. Like no one had therapy. No one really talked feelings. Like no one could really say like, I love you.
Really?
No.
Even mom?
She could. Actually, she could. Yeah, she could. But there was always like a little like, no one really could really be vulnerable.
Did Dad think if he said I love you, you were going to have a power over him or something?
No, there was just like, it was just everybody was really afraid to be vulnerable.
Uh-huh.
Because of everyone's own mishigas.
Yeah.
Like I've been doing this like work lately or research on inherited trauma.
Okay.
Which is like shit that has come from, that's not yours,
Mm-hmm.
that is like generations past.
Right.
That is.
Well, the Black community, you don't have to dig too deep into that to see.
But
like,
even just like personal family inherited trauma,
Uh-huh.
like your father's shit that he got from his father, from his father, from his father, from his father, that you're holding that you don't even know.
Mm-hmm.
What if it's about like your relationship to money, your relationship to ambition or power, like shit that you don't know you're holding that could be generations past.
Sure.
That is
I only bring up the Black community because a lot of people go like, well, we haven't had slavery since 1860. And it's like, yeah, but those people were alive 3 generations ago.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
That's what I mean is
real.
like, you get real. Like
that's real.
No one ever woke up out of that context.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Jews. Like that's real.
So we don't talk about Jewish people on here. But anyways, continue.
And we don't say whole.
And we don't say whole.
You're just Jewish and whole. You can't say.
And that's for real. And so it's been an awesome process of just being like realizing that I was tied to shit that's not mine.
Sure.
That I don't need.
Yeah. And maybe even wasn't theirs.
That even wasn't theirs.
Yeah. Everyone's kind of a victim in it.
Yes.
It's like a cold. It's like when you get a cold and you're like, well, what asshole brought a cold over to my house? But you're like, well, someone gave that asshole the cold.
Yeah.
No one went shopping for a cold.
Yeah.
No one went shopping for trauma.
Yes.
Or any of this stuff.
That actually it doesn't even matter.
Right.
That it's just right now.
Yeah.
Like it really is so interesting to talk about it even like, so what I think where I was going with that is it is no, and I was talking about how we kind of became, we were all kind of professional liars because we were hiding these secrets, as I think we all do. In my case, in a general way, there was like a lot of, in a general way, not telling anybody's story, but there was like, a lot of some profound addiction and mental illness. Like there's a lot going on. But for me, in my story, I became the safest performing. Like I could tell the truth when I was acting in the weirdest way. Like I felt like when I, in kindergarten, took an acting class, that became like the holiest place for me.
The place you were allowed to tell the truth?
That and reading like became the place where I could tell the truth. Like I started at the Cleveland Playhouse, like this theater became like, that was literally my became like, oh, I feel the safest with these weirdos. Like they don't know anything. I don't know anything about them. I just feel like I trust them. I trust these weirdos.
Well, can I just say probably maybe why is you had the same goal as those weirdos, which is so rare to have in a family that's dysfunctional. You'll never have the same goal. It's like dad wants to do this thing. Mom wants to do this. Your little brothers want to do that thing. But you come meet these strangers and like weirdly your goal is to tell the story together.
Yes.
And it's a unique, I didn't even have that experience, but I can see where it's a unique thing to go like, wait, we have the same selfish interests and it's going to work in concert. That's exciting.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And so my like journey intimacy wise, I get real close and then can like, because I love a cast. I love that feeling.
The little family,
I love
the
it.
band camp feeling.
And then I can like,
you can cut
drop it.
You can.
But I love like, I mean, from the Midwest, like, fuck you if you don't pick up your clothes. Like, I'm still like that. I'm like, drives me crazy if actors don't hang their clothes up.
Sure.
It
like
drives
entitlement.
Yes, like, I'm still from like an ensemble feeling of like, no, you pick your clothes up. You take care of your props. Like, I'm still from that feeling of like, we're making this together. Like the boom person is as important as you are, as important. Like it's all about creating that like that feeling, like that church feeling of like
the
making,
community.
Yeah. So
well,
anyway.
no wonder you hate talk shows because you are
Totally.
forced to lie again and present an image of yourself.
God damn
And isn't it funny? Like we just start this conversation about talk shows, but there isn't a story you and I can tell that weirdly can't find its way back to childhood.
I know.
As frustrating as it is, it seems so cliche, but something still at 45, you go on a talk show and what you're really bumping up against is that you have to a little bit embellish or put a presentable 5-minute version of yourself on display that America will love and applaud.
Yes.
And you go, no, I did that for 18 years. I don't ever want to do that again. I'm going to come out on the couch, fucking shit my pants, swear, and then blow it and get the fuck out of there because that's me.
I so want to do that.
Right. But again, it's just your shit because a talk show is a place to go and entertain the fuck out of everyone for 5 minutes and then go about your merry way and you can shit your pants on the ride home or do whatever is true to Kathryn. But I have similar things that they're so outweighed in my head. The thing with like my authority thing, it's like, no, I went along with 3 different stepdads' plans and I was forced to. And for the rest of my life, I will not be a party to a shitty plan. And I'm insufferable at times because of it. And I do have to be a part of some people's bad plans occasionally.
Yeah.
It's just that goes along with the job. But I want to get to your lovers. Because I'm curious, you could be opposed to your father's personality at times.
Yeah.
And then yet find yourself dating your father like 10 times in a row because you can mistake familiarity for love, can't you? Like when you meet somebody and it feels familiar, you can mistake familiar for butterflies or because there's comfort in familiarity. Yeah. So you can mistake it for security. And you might even think like, oh, it's love at first sight. And then only upon reflection, you're like, you can go like, oh, you know what it was? It just felt familiar. My butterflies were familiarity. Did you end up dating any crazy guys or?
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't have to name them, but if they're famous, please do.
No, I mean, I've been with my hubby for basically 25 years. Though.
Have you really? 25 years.
I mean, we've been.
So since you were 20?
Yeah. I mean, we got married. We eloped on our 10-year anniversary. We had our first we definitely were like In-N-Out Burger the first 10 years.
Okay. Ethan's his name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we eloped to Big Sur.
Oh, okay. That's a very like spiritual place to
Yeah,
get.
it's a vortex.
Yeah, bruh.
We're going back out there again in a couple weeks.
I bet you are.
He
so then it doesn't really work because you haven't had a string.
no, I worked it out beforehand.
What's he like? Personality.
Well, he, we met like we met freshman year of college at Northwestern. I was dating someone back in Cleveland. He's from Seattle. He was wearing a seahorse necklace.
Ethan or the guy from Cleveland?
No, Ethan.
Okay.
And he said it was because seahorses were one of the only animals in the animal kingdom where the male carry the young. And I was like, fuck you.
Yeah.
I was so annoyed
That's
by it.
a red flag for me.
I was so annoyed. I was so annoyed by it.
Yeah. Oh, you're that good, dude. You want to carry the young, bro?
I was so annoyed. And then later, of course, but
Did he carry your children?
and he carried my children.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Yeah. Which was so amazing.
Yeah. They gestated in Ethan.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I know.
I heard it takes longer in a man. It's like 12-month gestation.
He's still carrying them.
He's still got our 4-year-old
He's
in him.
in 4th grade right now. And like it took a second, and it just like
What was he majoring in?
He was in radio, TV, film,
Radio, TV, film.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
and yeah, we just like fell deep in it really fast.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Which could also be like a
Too fast.
potential. Yeah.
And then we both were kind of like, damn it, because it was like we were like,
pretty young to find your soulmate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it was fiery.
How did you navigate going all through your 20s with a single lover?
It was like awful, but awesome. We moved to New York together. We got our first apartment. I remember we went to, it's like crazy. The whole thing was so dumb. Like we were so romantic. Like we went, I remember we got our first apartment. We waited at it was back when they had 1 hour photo, and we had to get our pictures developed of our apartment and send to our parents. It was so crazy. And we were waiting to get them developed, and we didn't realize that the 1 hour photo was the base of the Empire State Building, and we had never seen it before. And so we went and we took the elevator up to the top, and we made out like crazy.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, it was the whole thing was like,
isn't this You've Got Mail? The story of You Got Mail?
it's You've Got Mail. I'm telling you the story of You Got Mail.
What if we came to find out all of your stories?
What if Monica fact checks?
She goes, I have some alarming news.
I have some alarming
The father
news.
she's describing is from Boyhood. And you just went through everything. And we found out Waiting for Garth, or what was that movie when we were kids? Waiting for Garth, or
Waiting for Guff.
Running on FT is the
world
story.
according to Garth.
She's
Just a sociopath.
and then it's been it's a journey.
Yeah,
And I'm I do some pretty intense stuff on camera.
absolutely.
And he's we are in deeply private humans. And we work our asses off. And I'm crazy proud of us.
Yeah. Now, I fell in love at 21.
Yeah.
And I was with that girl for 9 years. And right when we met, I was like, listen, I was cheating on my girlfriend and you were cheating on your boyfriend.
Yeah. Yeah, we met that way too.
Oh, good. It's a good way to start things.
Kind
I think.
of.
No, it's terrible.
It's a horrible way.
Yeah. But I just said, I'm going to be a realist here. I'm in love with you. I want to do this. We are not making it to 30
Yeah, we
without
didn't
ever
think we
cheating
would.
on each other. It's just, I'm not going to have that expectation from you.
Yeah.
Because I want to stay with you. And I don't think we'll make it.
We didn't think we would.
It's impressive.
No, we really did not think we would. And then we just kept renewing it.
Really?
Yeah. We just kept
Is he a
asking
great
the question.
communicator?
No, we're figuring it out.
Okay.
We are definitely not the same people we were when we got married. And then we just keep asking ourselves if we still want to be in it. And
Have you guys ever done couples therapy?
all the time?
Oh, great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Us too.
All the time. And we still respect and love each other deeply. And I love watching him become I just love watching him grow up.
Mm-hmm.
It's like crazy watching
Well,
him become an old man.
Let's just say it's really hard to go
it's
from
sexy.
20 to 25. Any two people going from 20 to 25, they're going to grow, but the odds of them growing at the same pace are nearly
no,
impossible.
and it's not. We haven't.
Right. And
He-
to be
we
patient
haven't.
while somebody's not joining you.
There's been years where it's been like bad.
Uh-huh.
Years.
Yeah.
And
Thank God you're from Ohio.
we also get but
if
we
you're from
also,
LA, you'd have been like 2 months. I'm like, oh, this isn't working.
but we also have like yeah, exactly. And we also have like we have jobs where we can like I feel create like I feel like I have soul fulfillment in ways that I think is helpful too. Like I feel like I'm creatively like turned on.
Mm-hmm. Horny for your job.
Yeah.
That's what we'd call it.
Totally horny for my job.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So and that is no small thing because if
Well,
I didn't, I really do feel like that is a huge thing.
Yeah.
And so
Well, it can be good and bad though, right? It's a double-edged sword. So in one way, you could be getting your cup really filled up at your job on location, which is awesome.
yeah,
But at the same time, now you could be inadvertently comparing that feeling and experience to real life. So it's also dicey, right? It's like it's a great outlet and it's great to fill you up, and then all of a sudden you're starting to compare your normal real life being married, which is just like anyone else's, and it's an unfair comparison.
well, I wouldn't say it's like anyone else's. I would say it's like ours.
I guess I mean any two people that are married, it's only so exciting.
Yes,
It's not like you wake up
right.
and your partner has got like a button nose one day and then looks like Carl Malden the next.
Totally.
It's just like it is what it is.
Dude, we haven't had a bathroom door in 25
There you
years.
go.
Like, it's
Yeah.
not there. We've
It's on.
seen it. It's on.
Yeah, yeah.
Like there's
Yeah.
no like
Flus,
oh,
and food
oh my god,
poisoning,
no, it is.
hemorrhoids.
For real on, like-
sure.
Last night I was upstairs and he just literally went, found the diarrhea, and I was like, what are you talking about? And it was like, just letting you know. And I was like so pissed off by him saying just letting you know, because it sounded so passive aggressive. Because I was just like, tell me what the fuck are you talking about? Like, whose diarrhea?
Yeah.
And it was our dogs.
Okay.
But he was just
You're
he
just
just
being
was
funny.
No, he was just pissed that he found diarrhea and he was cleaning it up while I was upstairs. But I was like, you could just say, like, why did you say found the diarrhea, just letting you know? Like, why couldn't you have been more specific?
That's what I mean by that's every married couple's
Yes,
reality.
totally.
Right. And then you go away someplace and you
And I'm like,
you
thank
pretend
God
to
I
be
can go,
another person.
Love it. Thank
yes.
God.
I'm only saying it's double-edged because yes, thank God you have this great
I don't know.
you'd be out the door.
I don't know.
I'm teasing.
Totally, I would be fucking gone. No, but like he knew. But he knew. We both understand and are committed today to just like know this like what we're in for. Like he knows and gets what he's gotten himself into, and I know and I get what I've gotten myself into, and I'm like I am so grateful. I'm so grateful to know somebody that well. Like I want to cry thinking about it because it's no small thing.
Isn't it also amazing because this was the thing that I had the hardest time about when Bree and I broke up, which was, oh no, the person I lived in this 1-bedroom apartment with for 10 years is the only person who really knows me. And I'm now for the rest of my life going to be with someone who already met me having like succeeded on some level, and they won't know that 10 years struggle and the ups and downs and having fun with no money. And just, that was heartbreaking to me that I had lost the person I shared that period of my life with. And I imagine it must feel so cool to have gone and gotten the shitty apartment in New York and now to be living down the road from me and going, oh, we did all this together.
Yeah.
We witnessed each other do this whole thing. Isn't that kind of beautiful?
Yeah. And then to know like
he knows the real you, not the Kimmel 5-minute version.
No, yeah. We've seen some shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what the hardest thing for me is the mirror of it is like when you know somebody that well, sometimes it feels like I'm looking in a mirror. Like it's hard to see him It's like, and
you only see him as a part of your combined whole.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is
and it's
challenging.
the like, and I think he would say the same thing. And I can't remember the author, and this is like,
Shel Silverstein.
Shel Silverstein.
The
Mo
missing
Willems.
piece. The missing piece.
I love the missing piece. But the I think it's called God. It's about the mating. But it's about how monogamy and desire are incompatible. And it's true.
Sure. Yeah.
Like, it's like, how do you biologically, it's like monogamy, you need to feel safe, you need to feel secure, you need to feel trust, all these things that like desire is like danger. It's feeling threat. It's feeling like unsafe. It's feeling all the things that are the exact opposite. And so it's like, how do you find that bridge to keep monogamy like, anyway, that's
why Chris and I only have sex on a motorcycle that's going over 120. We got to feel like there's a real threat of
we're going to install a jackknife bridge in our backyard.
Well, it is tricky, and I think I was hung up on that a lot in my early life, that I majored in anthropology. I can just tell you, just certainly, we did not live with monogamy.
That you majored in anthropology. That's so awesome. I think
it had the most nudity in all the majors.
Oh, sure.
Sure. But I can tell you with certainty that of the 150,000 years we've lived here, for over 140,000, we were not monogamous.
Yeah.
It's just that's just a fact. We whether it was polyandry or it was a guy with 12 wives. That's just how it went.
Yeah.
And I would get hung up on that.
Yeah.
But it's not unlike the social contract theory, which is like you give up some rights to join this society, and then there's a bunch of benefits of the society.
Yes.
There's a guy who specializes in shoe fixing. So great. You can get your shoes fixed, and that's going to cost you being able to walk around naked and take a shit wherever you want. It's all, it's all a trade-off.
I love that it keeps going back to just like taking a shit wherever you want.
Always.
You love
all roads.
I love poo-poo.
I do too.
Yeah. The foundation of my best friend, Aaron Weekly, and I, is just built on poop. From the time I was 12 years old. It's still the funniest thing to me. And poop. It's just really
poop.
Funny, and it's scary. You don't want to touch anyone's poop. You don't want to, there's some threat to it. The stakes are high with poop. Your husband found diarrhea, and it's like it immediately gave him an emotional response.
Yeah.
A heightened response. It's hard to get a heightened response in real life anymore.
Poop.
You throw some diarrhea on the rug, you're going to see someone wake up. Like,
I do love
better
poop.
or worse.
Don't you think also ultimately just maturity wise and being a married person, and I'm a married person, like, don't you think like maturity wise at a certain point it's like, well, I don't know, a dick's a dick and a vagina's a vagina. Like, don't you think like at a certain point it's like,
again,
come on, guys.
I think it starts with being really honest about what appeals to you about sex. So what really appeals to me about sex is approval.
Your brain is different than your...
It's the approval. I really want approval. I want to make someone happy and for them to tell me I made them happy. And so if I've done it to that person already, the approval high is missing. That's, for me, the hiccup. But I think it's different for other people. Like some guys like prostitutes. I can't relate to that because paying someone to act like they like me would defeat what I'm after in the sex relationship. So I think it's per person. And so I'm better off trying to treat my approval junkiness than I am my horniness, because the horniness is really coming from the approval junkiness. And I can't treat it downstream. I've got to kind of try to treat it at the mouth of the river, So I don't know what sex is for you or for Ethan or anyone else, but I do think a lot of the getting through it starts with understanding what it is that you like about it, because it's inevitably not going to be filled by a long-term partner after year 4. That same charge, whatever the thing is for you, is probably dissipated. So you need a different thing. Now, to your point,
Mating in Captivity. I think that's the name of the book.
Oh,
yeah,
we
Mating
got
in
it.
Captivity.
Mating in Captivity.
Yeah.
That's great.
Okay, great. Just
Not in the wild. Not in the wild. In captivity. But to your point, the analogy I often make to guys about their wives is, my hand is not attractive. Look at my hand. It's not hot. And I've been fucking this hand since I was 12.
Okay.
And I'm going to fuck this hand till the day I die.
Okay.
So attraction's really not the prerequisite ingredient to me
That's
having.
a great analogy.
It is in
Yes.
a weird way. It's like you can overthink it. And I have friends that are like, "Oh, her
exactly.
toes are this or that." And I'm like, "Her toes are this or that."
Totally,
What are you talking about? How long have you been fucking your hand?
That's a great analogy. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway.
But I've never looked at my hand and thought, "This hand doesn't raise my status. This hand isn't flattering when I'm out in public."
Okay.
But these are things guys put on their partners. Is like, is this extension of me good for my presenting image and ego and status? That's where it gets dicey, but you don't evaluate your hand. You just go, "Oh, I want to fuck this hand because I need to get this over with and move on to the next thing." And just you're layering on all this stuff that is
so
unrelated to
That's
sex.
sex, not a relationship.
No, but when guys are or women are falling out of love with their partner physically, I think they'd be stupid to just think that they're evaluating what the person
so
looks
too.
like in the bedroom.
Oh, yeah,
It's really
yeah.
about them being out to dinner and their buddy their buddy has a 10 trophy wife, and then they're like, "Oh, my wife's not," it's all ego status. Like it's just very layered.
It's
not
very
about
layered,
fucking.
and I feel like I think a lot of people throw out the baby with the bathwater too fast. Like I think there's moments that happen that I think in any long-term relationship that I think people jump ship way too fast.
Yeah.
I feel like
It's hard to be optimistic in the down times.
very hard, but I'm proud of us in this particular relationship, my husband and I, because there is so much on the other side of those moments that is so much for us in this particular in our relationship that is like so much deeper and more profound than
Fucking your hand.
fucking your hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
So thank you. That was delicious for me.
Stay tuned for more Armchair Expert, if you dare.
You go to Northwestern, you major in acting, and then you go to Yale.
Well, no, I go to New York for a while and then I go
No,
to
you
Yale.
go to Yale. So you go to Yale. Everyone goes to New York. Who hasn't been to New York? Very few people have been to Yale. How do you end up at Yale?
I auditioned and I got a scholarship and I got myself in.
I
I accrued a shit ton of loans.
Okay, and it was an acting program.
I was in an MFA. Yeah.
Okay, how'd you come to meet Tim Kring? That's
Kring.
a rough name for me. Say it again. I'm sorry. Just when you see it in writing, Kring.
Kring, Chris Kringle.
Tim Kringle.
Just think Chris Kringle.
Okay, Tim Kringle.
Kring. He, well, no, I was at there's a
Scotch,
couple
Flemish?
things happening. It was, I did it. First, I did a show when I was a child called Hickory Hideout.
Love it.
And I was in Cleveland. And
Very close to Hickory on the Prairie, or where they had the show, the
Little House.
Little House on the Prairie. Yeah.
Nothing
kind
like
of
It's in the world. Hickory Hollow.
Hickory Hideout.
Oh, Hickory Hideout.
And there was two talking squirrels on it called Nutso and Shirley Squirrely. Okay.
Okay.
I played a girl named Jenny.
Squirrely.
Nutso and Shirley, and then I had to ask little owl questions whose name was Know-It Owl, and so I'd be like,
Know-It
I
Owl.
don't want to get braces, and Know-It Owl would talk me through it.
Like a Mr. Rogers type.
Yes.
a great way to straighten out your teeth and better your chances of gaining employment. It's the first thing people see when they look at you is your big bright smile. Don't be afraid of braces. Orthodontia. Also, check out Doug's Orthodontia on Main Street.
There's probably some tie-ins, right?
Like, spot on.
Okay, great.
Like, not in any way an exaggeration.
Like I saw an episode.
I think, talk about an imprint.
I love people's smiles.
There was also an ad in Cleveland for something called the Sun Pressed that was like this: the sun will come out on Thursdays. Okay, anyway, so anyway, then I did something called the Williamstown Theater Festival in the summers, and then that was anyway.
That's fancy. It is.
Well, no, I mean I was putting up sets for a while,
Okay. Well, don't brag.
which I'm like, why would they do that? They gave us like we would get like wildly stoned, and then they gave us nothing, no food except like they would give us like Necco wafers and
Uh-huh.
and just
Or those
Makitas.
crummy rectangle ones that have peanut butter and cracker.
Yes.
Yeah, and you get like an 80-pack at
yeah,
Costco.
like Makitas, and then just like put together sets, and then everyone inevitably someone would just like trash a kneecap.
Again, you got through all that monogamous. You're away at this camp.
I know.
Isn't that just a fuck
We were
fest,
doing
those things?
it. Yes, but we would just be doing it all. Like we were just like constantly figuring out different ways to do it.
Okay.
was
All right.
the best.
Outdoors, indoors,
Yes.
ondoors.
Mad at each other,
Sure.
doing it, pissed off, jealous, doing it, always jealous. Someone was always mad.
Okay, great.
Always.
Great.
Fighting.
Oh, wow.
Mad watching someone doing a play,
Oh, man.
pissed off doing it,
And start giving a hand job or something.
pissed off.
Take it out on them.
Yes.
This is exciting. I think you guys should write a book. But take me to Tim Kring. Isn't that the first chapter in working professionally?
Professionally
as
was a show
an
called Crossing Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a medical procedural. I played the grief counselor in the morgue.
Uh-huh.
And her name was Lily Lebowski.
Counseling dead in the morgue.
In the morgue. I
There's
was
grief
counseling.
counselors in the morgue?
Nope.
Okay.
But I played it. And I would counsel anyone that came in to mourn anyone that had died.
Okay, so
So it
someone's
was
like,
me-
I gotta identify the body.
And then they would be
you'd
like,
step
come to
in.
me. And I would just be like, so it was me opposite a guest actor who had to just sob.
Oh,
and then
wow.
so it was me with like a lot of fake tattoos counseling.
Oh.
Yeah.
Don't you feel bad for those day players who got to come in? They have
they
no
were
they have no
amazing.
ramp up and they just
No
got
ramp and
action
sobbing.
ball. Every time I
Action.
see a scene in one of those shows, I feel so bad for those people.
But they were all like, I mean, it was like a lesson in just sending them love. And also just like, I was talking about this recently. Like, I feel like that show to me was just a lesson in just denying what was happening. Cause it was like, you just had to just deny
sure,
what was
sure.
happening.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Just like denying just like corpses breathing and just like fluttering eyelids.
Guy coughing.
And just like, just a lot of like sweet Jerry O'Connell just like looking at me serious with his stomach rumbling. I was like, we're in a serious scene and his stomach would just be grumbling. I'd be like, eat something.
Yeah,
I love him so much. Always taking his shirt off in every scene.
Yeah, he is fun day to day.
I love him.
Yeah, he seems
He's a
awesome.
blast.
So when you started on that show,
Yeah.
and you're working and you're making a paycheck, that's great.
Yeah. Paid off all the
Hefty Yale debt and everything else. Do you have in your mind who you want to be? Like, is there an actor you're like, oh, that's the career I want?
I mean, at that point I was like,
B. Arthur?
B. Arthur.
I only want to say that because she's so physically unique. It would be so weird to hear an actress that didn't look anything like her say that was.
Always.
I feel like if I was like the guy from the Addams Family or whatever, Lurch.
Always B. Arthur.
Always.
She's a goddess.
She was. She is. Is she with us? Oh, fuck. Anyways.
I don't know.
Okay, let's move right past that. I hope she's with us. I loved her. Help us, Monica.
God.
So I'm sorry, I interrupted you. Who was it that you was it dramatic or comedic? Oh, your aspirations.
Oh no, it's mostly. I think it was mostly dramatic, but I was finding myself like, all of a sudden, kind of getting more comedic parts. Like when I was at Yale, I was and even at Northwestern, it was like I was always I was always like always kind of like fucking around off stage, but when we were doing it, I was always cast never as the ingenue. Like I was always like grandma. But
The B. Arthur role.
Totally. Yeah. You kind of nailed it. But never really, or, like most, but I never really, I didn't know. I didn't quite know what was happening. I was like obsessed with, Kate Blanchett at that moment.
Oh, yeah. She's probably pound for pound my favorite female actor.
When I saw that Elizabeth, I was like, who are you?
Mm-hmm. She's a beast.
A beast.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember seeing a movie called, like, one of my favorite performances of all time is Gina Rollins in A Woman Under the Influence. And I think that's my favorite performance.
That's a movie or a play?
It's a movie by John Cassavetes. It's her and Peter Falk play a husband and wife, and they've shot it in their home. So, and it's so raw and just, her performance is like, it's my favorite acting.
I'll have to watch that.
It's heartbreaking, and Peter Falk is bananas good. It's a woman who's like losing it.
Uh-huh.
And he's trying to pretend that she's not. And he's so in love with her. And she comes home from a mental hospital and he has a welcome home party for her and their friends. And she's clearly not okay and not ready to be home, but he's trying to pretend that she's okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So anyway, that's a tangent, but that I think.
Can I make a prediction right now?
Yeah.
I'm going to name 3 movies I think you love.
Okay.
Royal Tenenbaums, Squid and the Whale.
Oh.
I'm going to stop there. So what I think about those movies and the one you just described, it weirdly becomes a litmus test of the person's childhood, whether they enjoyed it or not.
Uh-huh.
So the fact that you were attracted to that type of movie and love that type of movie says to me that you can relate to that chaos and it's not terrifying.
Yeah.
So like Boyhood, I absolutely loved, even though it was my childhood. Like that was my childhood.
Yeah.
And I watched it and I loved it because I was like, oh, they got it right. Oh, I remember feeling that exact way. But for other people, Squid and the Whale was like, it was too off-putting. What, the kid's jerking off and he's putting his cum on the books and like, it's just too much.
Yeah.
But if your childhood somewhat resembled that,
Yeah.
it feels...
Yeah.
There's something about it.
Yeah.
That like I just
also
love it. Or
loved-
the Royal Tenenbaums, like talk about someone, they were trying to have a perfect facade. She was
Yes.
a psychiatrist and
Yes.
the family had to be
Had the
perfect. And they were
book and
all
the-
fucking lunatics.
Absolutely.
And you're like, oh yeah,
I also loved, I mean, it's one of my favorite, and I know it's pop. I know that's got that like name on it, but I also love E.T. is one of my favorite films of all time.
Uh-huh.
It's like an opera to me. Like every moment of it is like, it is like I could be anywhere and I see that red hoodie and I hear that sound and I just like, I that movie kills me.
How about Drew Barrymore in that movie?
Oh,
I mean, that really should go down in the annals as one of the best performances of all time acting too.
acting.
It's
Did you see the
bonkers.
Spielberg documentary?
No. I couldn't. The punk rock in me was just like, I can't celebrate this guy anymore.
I know.
I
hear
should
you.
see it. He's a genius. There's no question.
He is, but I know what you mean. But
Do
there's
you?
some
Yeah.
close-up shots of him where you're of his face where you're like, God damn it! I wish that they would like just celebrate a woman's face that close up at that age. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
You just see his like blackheads that close up in those lines, and you're like, why can't you just put a camera in a woman's face that close
Yeah,
up at
well,
that
I would
age?
throw up. That's why.
I mean, like, why not?
I know.
Anyway.
It's what an
so
unfair
weird.
thing.
But
yeah, we get more distinguished and wise.
yeah,
and
why
handsome. Yeah,
can't you just put a
I've been
fucking
telling
camera in
Kristen
a woman's
that.
face like that? Oh,
I've been-
Ethan keeps being like, let your gray hair out. And I'm like, I would never work again.
Yeah.
But I'm like, why not?
I want to get back to because I've ultimately, and you were so interesting that I wasted all this time because I there's a couple specific things I want to talk to you about acting. You wanted to do drama, but you did have this penchant for comedy, and then you found yourself in the Adam McKay Will Ferrell world, right? Because you were an anchor man in Step Brothers, and so now you're going. If I'm you, at least I have to say, like, well, I'm with the best of the best, and I'm doing fine. Like, oh, I guess I can do this. Was there moments where you were like, oh, I can do this, or did you always think you could? Do you have any anxiety about going full comedy?
No, because I'm not sketch. I'm not an improv. I love improvising, but I wouldn't say I'm like an improviser. Like I didn't study it. I wouldn't put myself in the category of the improvisers I know and worship. Because like when you see that shit, you're like, oh, but I, in the McKay world, I would say the reason I loved like Step Brothers was like when I got that movie and got on that set, it felt there was an anarchy to it that I really like was turned on by, that didn't feel strictly comedy to me, that felt
punk rock.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because it didn't.
Well, Adam McKay's kind of punk rock.
He is.
His soul is punk rock.
His soul is.
Yeah.
So it didn't feel like a comedy life that I thought that I had to like stand on. It didn't feel like the comedy world especially at that point, which was like dude comedy that was like
get some pussy.
Yes, that was like through a lens of like put the chicken cutlets in, put the spray tan on. It was like a male lens that was like you were there to service a certain like. I felt like I was contributing in a way that was not about like that. felt utilized.
You weren't moving their stories
No.
along. You weren't there to service them.
No.
You were there to be your own character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wasn't there to stand in a mark and dutifully do, like, I was there to shake up shit as much as everybody else. And so it opened it up. And I really do feel like I was able to take what I learned from there and put that into something like the work that I had done with Jill Soloway.
And then you were in, and then just because I want to say this, I fucking loved Captain Fantastic. Like, I can't even explain what a movie.
Doesn't that make
is.
you? I know. I loved Running. I know they're not very similar, but I remember seeing Running on Empty, which is one of my favorites. It had that similar vibe of like having to let a child go, like letting your kids grow. I loved it. Viggo fucking Mortensen, man. That fucking face.
Okay, again, so here we go. I just want to dive into this. God bless you. 25 years. Because if I'm you and all of a sudden I'm looking at Viggo all day long, I'm a little scared. I don't give a fuck if he played his mom. It's a unique situation for someone to find themselves in. To be staring at Viggo Mortensen. Is that his name? Mortensen. Yeah, Mortensen. To be staring at Viggo. Who gets to do that? And you're away, you're somewhere, it's 2 months, and you're just, I'm sorry, but my imagination would just be a little bit like, my God, I would not mind just tussling with him. Oh. Just even light wrestling with Viggo.
He is.
What a fucking bombshell.
No, he's a bombshell. He is an absolute alien. That was the movie, though, that when my son went in, we shot a scene in an actual church, and I realized that Leonard had not ever seen like Jesus on a cross.
Okay.
And I had grown up with that image of like really graphic Jesus on a cross.
Oh yeah. Sometimes they even put like blood around.
It was like the gash, and he came to work on props for that because like all the kids all the kids on the bus had props, and so Leonard came and like played with the kids and like which was really fun. We were in the church for a second, and Leonard went, "Mom," and I was like, "What's the matter?" And he was like, "Why is that Native American nailed to that cross?" And I was like, "There's progressive LA education." I was like, "Oh my God,
that.
we have."
He didn't even say Indian. He said Native American.
I was like, "We have so much talking to do."
Oh my God.
No, that's
Anyway, that's a tangent.
Mom,
but yeah, I love that movie.
Mom, there appears to be a Hopi Indian on that cross. What's going on?
Why is that Native American nailed to that cross?
That's
Oh my
fantastic.
God, we have so much talking to do.
So now you and I were in a movie together.
Yeah.
And this is where I met you, basically.
This is where I met you.
I have this very not profound. I have this very specific memory of connecting with you in Toronto. I doubt you would remember this.
I think I do. You were there with a beautiful movie. Weren't you there?
The Judge and This Is Where I Leave You.
Yeah.
It was a double Toronto whammy.
Yeah.
But we found ourselves backstage, and we didn't see each other on the movie. This Is Where I Leave You. And then at that point, I had now seen you in enough things where like I was very aware of you, and I assume it probably feels this way for you even more than it did from the outside. But like, it felt to me like you were on the precipice of like being your own star. Did you get that feeling?
Oh God.
Like everyone loved you. All the right people loved you. You were fucking great in everything you did, like 8 things in a row. You were just great. And it was like, oh, well, this is definitely the next person who's going to be their own movie star.
Oh, gosh, Dax.
So I was very excited when I met you because I felt that way about you. And then I connected with you backstage, and you were very warm and very, very kind. And we had like a nice 15-minute conversation. And I was like, oh, I really like that person. Cut to you do Bad Moms with my wife.
Yeah.
And I go down to, I guess Atlanta was the first place, or New Orleans was the first place?
New Orleans.
I go down there. I'm very excited to see you on set. I go to set, and I want to pick right up with whatever rapport we had. And you were definitely in the zone of being in that character.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to ask you if my hunch was right or not. Initially, I was like, oh my God, where's that super sweet, warm person I was so excited to shoot the shit with? And then here was my conclusion. I want you to tell me if I'm wrong. Days later, when I got over my own selfish thing, I thought, I bet Kathryn's a little afraid playing this role. This is a big swing. She is playing like her tits are up. She's slutty. It's a huge character. is she a little nervous? And was I just, what I was reading as your lack of interest in connecting with me is like, oh, I bet this is a big swing for her. Does that make sense? Is that offensive, or is that like, I walked away going, oh, I think maybe that was
so glad that you brought this up.
Oh, okay.
I'm so
Tell me why.
excited.
Because
Are you as nervous as me? I feel very
I'm
nervous.
nervous and excited.
Okay.
I remember Dax Shepard from that
Okay.
is that you came up to me and said, Kathryn,
Yeah.
when I first heard you were playing this part, I was like, what? Kathryn, I can't picture you playing this.
Okay. Oh, Jesus.
And I was like, yes.
oh, why? Why did I say that?
Well, because you probably were thinking, like, how is she going to pull
Well,
this
no,
off?
you know what I more accurately was thinking? How is anybody going to play this? Because I read that script. My wife wanted to be another role, and I had to really talk her into playing Kiki and telling her all the reasons she'd be great at Kiki. So I kind of was...
No one else in
I
the
was-
world should play Kiki. She was amazing in that part, by the way, too.
And it's just funny because we don't, as much as we think, we don't always know what we do best, weirdly. I don't know what I do best quite often. My wife will be like, go be nice and sincere. That's what people like about you. Stop doing, and then I'll trust that. And then it'll always be the thing
Oh my
that
God, I'm so glad that we talked about this, Dax Shepard. I thought I got a cold vibe from you.
oh my God, no.
You thought he was being rude.
Let me just, so really quick, so I can clear up my side. So I had read that script a bunch of times. I was making a case for my wife of why she should be in that exact role, Kiki, and that she was going to be great at it if she made that thing real, which was going to be hard to do. And I think why she's so great in that movie is I believe her 100%, which is almost impossible. Your role on paper was one-liner, dirty, 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 dirty. And I thought, how is an actor going to make this three-dimensional? Like, what's the way in that you're not just there to do a punchline of everything? Because that just runs out of steam. Even if they're brilliantly written punchlines, if you don't find that third and fourth gear, it's going to get old in a half hour. So
it's like Samantha from Sex and the City on crack.
Yes.
Like I was like, how do you find the like not raunch?
Yes. And so first of all, I knew you from the other thing and then other things. And then when I saw you, what I was really saying is like, oh my God, you have the look. Like you've already, like I was thinking, what are you going to do physically that's going to allow you to do all that believably? And when I saw you for the first time, what I was really trying to say is like, oh my God, you picked a perfect look. This is amazing. And obviously I chose much different words to get that point across.
I am so glad that we talked about this because I noticed a shift too. And I was like, wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
I know. It's like, I thought I felt a shift too. And I was like, what is that? Where? Oh, yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay. So it just sounded to you like I was saying why did they pick you for this role? Is that what you heard?
Yes.
Okay. You, in my humble opinion, I think you had the hardest role in the movie.
It was really hard.
You have to be above everyone else, but you don't have to exceed the limits of the world.
It was hard. And then you feel like sometimes, like I can now sometimes see, when you're watching something, you're like, oh, that person or you can tell when someone or yourself was playing the room and not the story.
Which is the easiest trap to fall into on a film set.
Totally.
I should have started by saying you absolutely did it perfect. That's my opinion of it. You were so funny.
I'm so glad we did this
brilliant
because we should have started this at the goddamn beginning. We should have cleared this goddamn air. Why didn't we start it like this?
Because I'll tell you why.
I want a ball right now.
I'll tell you,
beautiful person.
I'll tell you why we didn't start here is because 90% of the time,
goddamn premieres when we were like, hey,
yeah,
like why didn't we should have been like,
yeah, because that's how I felt about you the first time I interacted with you. Yeah, and I thought,
and then we were like, hey,
yeah, I saw, I'm something about me being here makes her feel less like, I don't know, because also you guys were in this very insular world that is helpful.
Yes.
It's very helpful.
It was helpful.
And then so when someone from outside that world would step in, which was often me, because I was there watching the children, and I'd come to set and you guys had a bubble. And then I was probably like this, oh, wait, you're reminding me there's another world that exists and there's all kinds of.
God, no.
Oh, okay.
No. There was nothing like, I'm not like, no.
Okay.
Oh my God. We should have, anyway, I'm so glad they,
I chucked it up to my expectations were too high to see you. I was so excited to see you because I had such a great experience chatting with you on that press tour. And then I got so excited. And then I just thought, oh, I'm bothering her. That's kind of what I walked away thinking. But again, I didn't. My ultimate takeaway.
Goddamn started with this.
My ultimate takeaway was not, oh, Kathryn's not nice. It was, oh, I got in her business while she was concentrating on something that was very hard to do. That's how I left the whole thing. I never at all felt like, oh, she's actually a bitch, and I thought she was nice. It was never that. It was like, oh, she had her hands full, and I wanted to like just come in and be like, oh, let's.
It was definitely a tricky bird.
Well, and then were you like, he's an asshole? Like,
and then I was
that's okay if you thought that. If
I
that's
definitely
what he
was like, he doesn't think I'm up to it.
Oh my God, no.
I did think that.
No way. I had I was thrilled it was you that was going to do that. And I was also nervous for you as I'd be for me because I often take that role or a similar role.
Totally.
I'm like Carl and Baby Mama. Like, how's this guy going to be a piece of shit and then have a moment where you actually believe he loves her or something?
Hard parts.
They are.
Well, that was like those are one of those things too, where those the three of us, like, I mean, that chemistry, like, I mean, when we were all in a scene together, like, you could never have like predicted or had like pre-planned or anything, but it really did like really work. Like some of those scenes when were really, really crazy special, especially on that first one.
No, the way that all three of you are playing different levels and then it's just perfectly clicked together like a Lego is as you say, like, or hinting at, it's just magic. You either get that recipe or you don't.
My favorite still, and it took like didn't even take that long to shoot. It just happened so organically. Like, it was, those are the scenes where you're like, okay, like, don't overthink it. You don't like, not everyone's like behind the monitor. It just happened, like, not overlit, it was the foreskin scene with the hoodie.
Oh,
with her and the thing. Like, it just happened, like, it just was like perfectly, like, just perfect.
And I'll add a high probability of failure for that scene.
Yeah.
Because ultimately you're going to make a foreskin joke with a hoodie.
Yeah.
That's where you're going.
Yeah.
And now you got to get there.
Yeah. But it just happened like exactly.
Yeah.
And you read it and you're like, it's funny, but like, okay. But like, everybody was like, just tonally just like got there. It was natural. It didn't feel pushed. It didn't feel like, oh, those are those like magic ones that you're just like, oh.
Yeah. And then I just want to, before we move off of Bad Moms, love it. I've always been within a row or two of you when we screen these things.
I know, always behind, and you guys always
I'm
offer
a
me in
huge
and out.
fan. Like, you have my number in those movies, but particularly that fucking waxing scene. I can't remember erupting vocally as much.
How good is that Justin Hartley in those scenes?
I became an overnight super fan of his.
Like, he was just
both of you. And I was like, that I told Kristen like midway, I'm like, fuck all this story. I don't give a shit about the moms. Get back to that love story. Like, I need those two to be together. I've not seen two characters come together, meet, fall in love, and I'm all in 4 minutes. I can't remember when. I'd have to go back to the 80s to a movie where I was like, oh, they need to get married in an hour.
He was so good.
Oh my God, his reaction is just completely opposite of what you were expecting. And it was making you even hotter, which was all of it was so counterintuitive.
He literally, that was like the day we met. Like, I mean, it's so weird. He was just delicious. It was so fast. Again, like one of the first takes, he opened the door and he was like, Kathryn? And I was like, no. Like, it was that. Like, we knew each other so little that, like, he forgot that I was Carl on one take. Like, it was so cute. He was awesome.
No, and then
he was just such a gamer.
And the boy who plays your son.
Oh my God.
Were
oh my God.
dying.
No, he is just hook, line, and sinker. He called me ma'am off camera the whole time. I love him so much. He's the best.
But again, and I just circle back to a testament to what an amazing job you did in the first one is that the second installment, the storyline that to me has the most emotional resonance is what's going on between you and your mom. like to me, that was you are the archest character in the movie, in the franchise.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm most caught up in your personal story, which to me says you did the magic trick, and there was somehow you were a real person that still said all those crazy things. Because it was heartbreaking that you trying to make your mom like you, and then falling in love with that guy, and he disappeared. To me, the emotional drive of that second one was your stuff. It was, I think that's amazing.
Oh,
good job.
God.
Okay, you wrote a book. Did this start with you wrote a piece for
The Lenny
for
letter.
for Lenny?
Yeah.
What my daughters taught me.
Yeah.
What is it, the title?
I think it's called something like How I Learned to Be a Woman from My 6-year-old daughter, which is like, again, I wrote it 3 years ago. And it's so funny because I think I would have, it's such a snapshot of where I was just three years ago. And Scholastic had reached out and asked if I would.
Did you do all those little drawings?
No.
Oh, okay.
An awesome woman in Brooklyn did them. And, but yeah, that was not for children. But then Scholastic asked if I would turn it into a kid's book, and it was not for kids. I said, sure. And then it was such an awesome, simple, sweet process to like turn it into a little book for kids. And I couldn't be prouder. It's so sweet and like unexpected, like nothing I would have ever thought was going to be happening.
Now, there were a ton of things you listed that you learned from your 6-year-old, and now that's 3 years later.
I know.
Which ones are you still like, God, that was really poignant? Like, are there a couple that you can think of off the top of your head that still you're like, yeah, that was good to learn?
Oh, I mean, I think like I love embrace your shyness, and I love be fearless, and I love take your time to say what you need to say. If you can't find the words, just scream until you find the words. I love that. I mean, I think there's something about like how we how it is so hard to say what we need still.
What we need?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I say this endlessly on here. The line between neediness and vulnerability is the hardest one to navigate in life.
Hardest one.
And we're all very afraid of being needy. And being needy is not attractive. But being vulnerable and stating your needs is very attractive. But boy, that's hard.
Yeah,
for
that's
us.
a hard thing. And just to see her having like no fear about like being who she is completely, and not trying to like squeeze into like different pockets, like, and just think about the girl I was trying to like shape shift because I was hiding who I was, and just wanting her to stay, just to be able to still stay true. Anyway, I think it's important. I wish I have nothing figured out, and I don't know. This is not any sort of like advice or expert book, but it's in any way. But it's just a sweet musing, I think.
Yeah. I sometimes look at my kids and I go, oh, we're kind of lying to them. We're weirdly preparing them for a world that they're not going to inhabit. Here's my example. Like in our house, farting's hysterical. You're encouraged to fart as loud as possible and then comment on it.
Yes.
I'm not even warning them that they're going to do that at some point in second grade, and everyone's going to look at them like they're a monster and they're going to want to throw up. And I'm going to go, oh my God, I've misled these poor kids. I've led them right into the lion's den, because in our house, I do love them unconditionally. And that is their world. And then slowly you find out, oh, the rest of the world doesn't love me unconditionally. It's a little bit of a trick.
Yeah.
So yeah, when you're 6, you can can express your needs. You've not yet been told you're stupid and ugly and all these things. And then just slowly the real world seeps in. Yeah. And that's the part I don't think we really understand.
But isn't that Wendy Mogul said that thing, which was so awesome, was like, but yet like they need the 4th grade teacher that's uninspired and like gonna tell them that they're not special. And then they need the friends, the slutty friend that's like gonna, like that's also important. Like you can't
100%.
shelter them from those things. That's like,
and they're going to join the real world. They're not going to live in my house forever.
Totally.
Have you seen the Chris Rock special where he's like, I try to tell my kids, when you leave this house, no one's going to care at all about what you're going through. I was like, what a breakthrough.
What a fucking breakthrough.
It's so true. Like all this stuff you're telling me about, I'm listening. It's great, but you need to know.
Yeah.
No one in the rest of the world will care at all that you're in a bad mood.
Totally.
Yeah, we're like a little bit misleading. It's very,
Yeah.
It cracks me up. I get kind of aware of it sometimes when parents are like, I'll just go like, my patience is so endless compared to what they're going to deal with everywhere else.
Like there was a moment where I was talking with friends of mine where we were like, this is when we were early, like young parents. And I remember them being like, I don't think that my son has had his eyes open without us looking at him for a second since he's been fucking born. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like it's so crazy.
Oh my gosh. Now that you're saying that, the other breakthrough I had is I was thinking, oh, that's what we're looking for in relationships. We want freedom to fuck whoever we want. Wait, that doesn't sound very related to childhood. No, I was thinking as I again, I have daughters. So like my affection for them and I just want to snuggle them. And they get away with murder with me. Like I will like them no matter what they're doing, you know? And I was thinking, oh yeah, they're going to look for this for the rest of their life. This is what we kind of do is like we want to be loved by somebody and looked at and tolerated the way you're supposed to be looked at and loved and tolerated by your parents.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is where it all starts. This is the thing you end up searching for the rest of your life is just that like, oh, I fucking would set myself on fire for you right now. Yeah. And it's a little misleading because no one's going to give us that and we're not entitled to that. So it's very tricky. You can't get a parent's love from a partner. That's a bad expectation.
Yeah, but I would argue though that the security that your daughters will have from that love that they're getting.
I don't think I'm doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not arguing to not do it that way. I'm only pointing out.
Don't withhold, Dad.
No. I'm only pointing out the journey we then go on. As adults, we need to be aware of that. Like, oh, we're looking for something that we're not entitled to from someone else.
Yes.
Like my kids don't have to earn that from me. They just have it. They're my kids and I'm going to give that to them. If they murder someone, I'm going to give it to them. But in a relationship, you're not entitled to that. You got to walk the walk. You got to, you know what I'm saying? But I do think we are a little bit selfishly looking for that or we think we're entitled to that and we just have to check ourselves. They're like, no, that exists from your parents and that's cool. Yes. But in a relationship, you're not going to have a daddy who just fucking doesn't give a shit what you do. And you're not going to have a mommy who just tolerates you that you're a fucking hog and a messy piece of shit and love you. No, this is now a relationship that has to be 50-50 symbiotic. Yes. But my daughters they don't have to be 50-50. I'll be 90-10. Yeah. Anyways, I thought of that with my own little, like when I get bratty, like, well, Kristen should care about everything I do. And, I realized like, oh, I just want her to be my mom and I can't want my wife to be my mom.
No.
That's not what I'm entitled to. No. Because I could literally ring my mom's doorbell covered in fucking blood. Where'd you just come from? I just killed 5 people at the McDonald's. She'd go, come on in. Let's make you she wouldn't give a.
Oh my God.
But my partner shouldn't do that.
I don't think so.
No.
I mean, she could.
She could. I would.
Well,
I'd be like, hun, where are the bodies? We need to definitely dispose of those. That's the best piece of evidence they have. We need to.
Well, you guys are deep in it, like she should.
Yeah. We both need to raise these kids together. So I'll do whatever. I got to keep her on this side of the bars.
She's so fucking awesome.
So what the name of your book is My Wish for You. And did you write it with May, your daughter? Ish?
I mean, she kind of like she inspired it, but she's not getting a cut.
She's not. No. We both have the same honor of helping sell the Chrysler Pacifica.
I did not goddamn know that. Shouldn't say goddamn.
You can.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
They are a proud sponsor of Armchair Expert, and we drive a Pacifica. Do you have one?
I do.
Yeah.
Well, I'm actually I have to give it back today. This is the day.
I'll call.
Oh, please. I love that car.
Yeah. Yes, right?
It's great.
It's pretty
We have
gangster,
the
right?
yeah, we have the hybrid.
Uh-huh. And
Yeah.
then does it have the TVs? and
Yes, we took
headrests
it to
and shit?
Joshua Tree this weekend.
Right. How about this? Chris and I would take these road trips. We're listening to podcasts up front.
Yes.
Kids are in back watching. God, I don't even care.
No,
they're
it's
watching
actually
fucking,
the best.
Scarface in back.
Scarface.
And we're listening to Malcolm Gladwell's podcast.
Totally.
The whole family's in heaven.
The whole family. Exactly. No Country for Old Men back there. And we're
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
exactly. Wait, that's amazing. They're rad cars.
They are, and they are a sponsor of ours, and I
Oh, yeah,
talk
that
about
is very
them probably
exciting.
as much as you do.
Yeah, we went to Joshua Tree. We just Airbnb'd it last weekend. It was the best. We needed it. It
When
was
the
good.
kids went to bed, did you do mushrooms?
We shrimmed. Yeah,
You sure?
we did. I'm still trimming.
I've done a lot of
Safety
shrooms
first.
out there in Joshua Tree. It's really fun
It's so fun.
Yeah.
It's like kind of made
for shrooms
for shrooms.
because the
That's all
rock,
you see.
the rock formations,
I know.
Even sober
And we did
look-
not trim last weekend, but I do love trimming in Joshua
mushroom.
Tree. Yeah.
Yes, I do
do.
recommend it
Yeah.
to people who can handle their drugs. I was out there shrooming pretty hard with my buddy Scotty, and it got dark on us, and we were very lost. Mind you, we were probably only 200 feet from our campsite. Could not find it, and we happened to bump into this guy who's got a telescope, I promise you, is the size of a hot water heater. It's the biggest telescope I've ever seen in my life. And he's on a stool, and like we bump into him and we're lost. And we're like, hey, oh my God, what's this? And he's like, well, it's a 14-inch mirror telescope. You know, he goes into this thing. So a very rare time right now, you can see some celestial body, right? And it's so unique. This only happens once every 15 years. He's just dialing it in. We're watching, anticipating. We watch him dial it in for 30, 40 minutes. And he goes, would you guys like to take a look? You have to imagine what was in our imaginations at this point, what I was going to see. I thought I was going to see like the whole Milky Way galaxy lit up with different colors and stuff. I climb the ladder. I look through this hole and it's just a pin drop of light. That's what he's dialed this thing into. And I've just confronted how off my imagination was. And yet now I know that Scotty's at the bottom of the ladder with the exact same fantasy of what he's about to see. I just don't think I've ever been in a more precarious situation where I did not want to laugh at this guy, what he had just gone through to aim this thing and lug it out to the desert and knowing Scotty's about to get up there on the thing. And so I'm trying to kind of stifle my laughter. I come off this ladder. I watch Scotty climb it and he looks through and he goes, did Dax move it? And he goes, I don't, let's see. He gets up there. He looks through. No, that's it. Scotty has to reclimb the ladder.
What did he think it was?
It was just a dot. It was a fucking star. Like I could have seen with my bare eye. And we both had this crazy fantasy of what it was going to look like through this thing. 'Cause we're on shrooms and it was nothing. And then we just couldn't understand how this guy had put all this effort into seeing just the same star as all the other stars. Oh my God.
But it's kind of beautiful that your friend also, you guys were on the exact same
Yes,
page.
he thought I must have bumped it. There's no way this is what this guy has put all this
but
effort
I
into.
love that your friend was on the exact same page as you, though. Like, thank God. That's so awesome. We tried to. I remember going out there way pre-children with my hubby, and we had this whole Ethan and I. We had this whole like setup of like a hike. We were gonna like. I mean, we had like snacks. We had like our bag of toilet paper. Like we were set for like a long hike. And then we started walking, realized like, oh, fuck. Like we didn't have a compass or a phone with us. And we were like, we can go, we got this. And then we got real paranoid
Yes.
that we were
Yeah.
going to be totally lost. I peed twice, ate like all the food. Like it was like we did it. Like it was like the dumbest. And then we were all paranoid. I was like convinced that we weren't gonna like eat everything. We were gone 45 minutes. But like it was a vision quest.
Yes.
Like we thought we had been gone. But it's for real out there. Do you remember there was that horrible story just a couple of years ago about that couple that
Did we
was
lose
found?
them?
Yeah, we lost them.
Okay. Their struggle's over.
Because they got lost.
They got lost and they were just like found, like two skeletons were found, just like one of
Cooked.
them holding a gun. Like I think they just shot each other.
No.
Oh.
Because, or he shot, or they
Generally the guy
determined-
in that scenario that does the shooting. not to stereotype.
Why? It
Because
was
guys
though.
are fucking animals.
No, but I think he did it to get
Relieve
I mean, I
her.
think he
It was
like it's
philanthropic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because I think they had gotten so lost and it was so bad.
Oh my God.
Joshua
Well,
Tree, guys.
we went on a morning hike,
Yeah,
not on
Joshua Tree.
shrooms.
Good
and
ad for Joshua.
We just
Tree.
see this girl.
anyway.
we took like a little morning hike one time out there camping. We're sober. And just all of a sudden this girl comes walking out of the desert sobbing. And she's been out there all night. She got separated shrooming. I think it must happen a couple times a weekend.
Yeah.
Well, I'm really glad that we cleared up
my
our
gosh,
thing. I still
am
feel like maybe
too.
I owe you an apology.
No. You already did. It's done.
It's so wild
It's
to
so
me
stupid
that
and past.
I could have given that off to you because
I know, but I
was
knew
so
I did
my
notice
own.
a shift, and I was like, oh, but that's why I'm glad this happened.
Yeah, because I just loved you from the second I met you.
Oh, me as well.
And then when I saw you at Kimmel, I was like, oh, there we go. We're where I thought.
exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, then you were such a gentleman to me because I was like, again, I just felt like I was like sat down and I was like,
Again, to be full circle, please watch
All
3
right.
episodes of Late Night Talk
oh
Show.
God, I feel like there's so
It's-
many more important things to do with my time.
No, you just do it so you recognize what the bar is. I think you have in your mind that you should be doing Sarah Silverman's best 5 minutes of her stand-up when you get on that couch. And that's
But I
just
have
not
to
the
sit,
bar.
I have to sit a little better because I always kind of feel like I come out like that.
What's that they call that when men do that? It's like
Mansplaining?
manspreading or something.
Man-spreading. Mansplaining.
Mansplaining.
I think I've seen like on the internet they do these tags where it's like guys on subways and stuff, and guys they sit with their fucking knees like 4 feet apart.
Oh,
to, like,
every
own the
airplane
space.
I go on, it's like I just always feel like I'm like doing a passive aggressive like push
Yeah,
to
Yeah.
some sleeping.
I am
thigh.
so caught between recognizing that,
Yeah.
knowing that's reality,
Yeah.
and then also not being able to enjoy that Hannah thing the way you guys did.
You didn't enjoy it.
I couldn't. There was a point where when she said that the Weinsteins,
Did you love it or?
Yeah.
that the Weinsteins of the world
But I knew he didn't.
are the rule, not the exception. That was one of the sentences in that.
Okay, but this is what I'm going to say to you. This is okay. And this is something that my friend Jill had said.
Soloway.
Yeah. That is something that is in my craw, that is just something interesting to like think about or like put on, is like it is an interesting thing to remember, or just like to, is that like we grew like imagine like growing up and sitting in your classroom and looking up and seeing like all the presidents of the United States like around,
Mm-hmm.
and each one of them being a woman, like,
Mm-hmm.
and that is just power,
Yeah.
like
Well, and every single person you're going to read about in the history
in
book.
everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like if that is the lens of just how you, that's just it.
Yeah.
It's like an interesting tip. Like it is just what it is.
Yeah.
And it's not like no one's trying to like, but it's just an interesting time to just think like that. It is just a lens that is an interesting thing to consider.
Yeah. Well, the thing that is,
Right?
I tried.
mean, it is-
oh,
Yeah.
It's just for
yeah.
real,
and
like-
I understand feeling defensive if you are not one of those people and you don't want to be, want
lumped
to be
in that
lumped
category.
in.
'Cause that is, you're
Exactly.
clearly not.
well, that's the thing is, yeah, I'm
It's
trying to
life.
separate myself. It's weird because I don't believe in identity politics. I don't think the thing that defines me is whatever group I fall into. I think I'm an individual and I should be evaluated on my individuality and who I actually am as a person. But it is a time, rightly so, that the white male is the common enemy for Black Lives Matter. It's the common enemy for the Me Too movement. It's the common enemy for, you name it. We're it. Rightly so. I acknowledge it. The white male has had his time, and he happens to be the common, it's not common complaint, the common antagonist in that any given group struggle right now in America. And to be a member of it it has an effect on me.
Sure.
Yeah, it's just like at times I'm like, okay, I get it. We're pieces of shit. Blah blah blah. What fuck us. But like, and then I have to go. Why are you owning the identity of this whole group? They're not talking about you. But it requires a lot of thought on my end.
And you're clearly you're clearly a beautiful brain that is processing it. I think it is an interesting time that is just requiring, I feel like, the listening.
What's funny is I feel that way.
It requires a listening.
Yes. And when I can recognize it is I feel that way. That is how I feel, like it or not. When I watch that special, I'm like, oh, everyone hates me because I'm a part of this group. But then I'll hear another man say that out loud on TV, like, well, I don't know what we're supposed to say anymore. And I'll be like, oh, Jesus, dude, get over yourself.
Yeah.
No one's talking about you. So it's funny. I can see it in other people that it sounds so stupid when men are getting defensive about it. But if I'm just being truthful, I am taking that on.
But it's okay to feel that.
Yeah.
It's totally okay. But as long as you have that next step, which you do have
Half the
sometimes
time.
on
yeah.
your good days.
Yeah, my good days.
Yeah. That's what I always say about racism.
Uh-huh.
It's the feeling of whatever fear or whatever is happening. The feeling you get is not the racist part. It's what the next step is. Are you going to let that fear affect you? Or are you going to let that fear affect what you do, how you talk to that person, how you feel about that person?
Mm-hmm.
Or are you going to recognize, oh, that's something innate. That's an innate fear. I have to push that aside because we can't live like that.
Mm-hmm.
You can have that feeling and not be a racist person if you act accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
Same with this. Like, you can feel defensive and you can have all those things if you then say, oh, but that's me doing this and I need to put those walls down because this is a real problem happening.
Yeah, and it's also tricky for me because I also recognize the move for me is to just shut up. Like, I didn't say a thing when we all watched that. I made a very specific decision. Like, I'm not going to vocalize my opinion
Did it
watched.
move you at all?
Lots of it did. I did not mean to swerve into this.
No, I love this. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I was really moved by it because I think the tension that she's talking about, like that discomfort that she was like, it's not perfect, but when she's like, I'm giving you the tension, like it's yours. It's like exactly this. Like, I don't know. I just was like, that is, I
also want to say I thought it was awesome, so well done.
Yeah.
And I was saying to Monica, the one thing I did say about it while watching it was I've never had the experience where I was watching comedy and they would go into close-ups on her and I would totally forget. I would feel like I was watching a narrative. It was like so powerful. I thought I was watching something scripted in a well-done movie.
Yeah.
And then they would pop out to these wides and I'd be like, oh my God, this woman's on stage just naked doing this. This is incredible. So I totally have a lot of admiration for everything about it. It's just there were moments where I was like,
it made you feel
attacked a little bit.
Yeah, nervous because I have to imagine I'm doing higher on the spectrum of dealing with it.
Yes.
I have to assume that someone who's been in recovery and loves self-analysis and taking responsibility for your own faults, all that, if I'm feeling this way, what is the dude whose dad's left and he's on welfare in fucking rural Michigan? How does that dude feel? And
what's
the outcome
is
of
watching that, but I don't know if that dude
he's probably not watching it. But I also think, well, I know the result of it. We have a certain president. That's the result of it.
Well, that's the thing is like the ultimate. I mean, is that the shit that is going down right now in terms of just respect and empathy and how we're talking to each other and just like it's such a shit show right now. I just really think it goes back. I think I'm going back to just listening and that it is just like empathy is the bottom line, that like defense is going to be about it. Like whatever this like moment is, like that people are going to have defensiveness to break through. Like there's like so many camps, like partisan, gender, like there's so like race, like there's so race, there's so like capitalism versus like, I mean, I think it all goes back to, I think there's so much going on, the haves, the have-nots, the like, there's so many camps happening.
Yeah.
That I just feel like it just so much has to be just like, there's just not a lot of like listening and just like,
well, and then again,
empathy.
the other problem is, from my point of view, it's not the white straight male's time to talk.
no, it's not.
Right. I recognize that as a fact.
It's not.
and
And it
that's
doesn't mean like that it's a wash.
But if you're not invited to the conversation, your inclination is, well, I'm not a part of the conversation. So levy whatever verdict you want, because I'm not going to have a voice in this. I'm not invited to this. Again, rightly so, but
Wait, I'm gonna say actually that is not true.
Yeah.
That you are that you have to be a part of the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
That it is imperative that you're a part of the conversation. Like
well, that's
I
my
agree.
my
that's-
belief. My belief is
that
that
you have to be a part of the conversation. So I don't think that that's true at all. But I think that there has to be a wider like humanist breath to it. Like that there has to be.
Well, that's a little bit my fear is that this is identity politics. We have found our camp, whatever the camp is. And now that group identity is defined in opposition to some other identity. And as much as the Black experience is unique and the female experience is unique and the LGBT experience is unique, it is ignoring the human experience that's laying under all that. And so it's a little dangerous that the identities that we're making such clear boundaries in the groups we're finding ourselves in. And I just don't see that as the way out.
Because there has been so much, like we can't imagine, I can't imagine, like there's been so much pain and so much hurt for so many of these groups that have so much to be angry about.
Mm-hmm.
And there's so much anger. I completely understand and hold their righteous ability to ask for what is theirs.
Yes.
Completely.
And
And 100% they deserve.
And
to
I
be
believe it was
heard.
100% necessity for a civil rights movement for Black people to assemble into a collective identity and enact change. So I think it was,
And it's not over.
Absolutely imperative. It's not over.
Yes.
But when I look at utopia, when I have a fantasy of what utopia is, in my fantasy of utopia, it's not 40 different groups. We've
No.
somehow figured out how to just live as human beings.
But this is the step.
That's how
Yes.
you get there.
That's how you get there.
Yeah.
Like even that's what I was saying. Like even gender.
Mm-hmm.
Like I really don't think, hopefully, it will matter.
Yeah.
Like it won't matter.
Yeah.
Like that's my, like I hopefully one day.
We'd like to believe that's where
Men
we're
are
heading.
from Mars, women are from Venus, or whatever.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's opposite.
No, that's right.
Oh,
I
it
think.
is?
Yeah.
See, it doesn't even matter.
No.
Like it just
Well,
like,
maybe now men are from Venus.
but like one day, it like hopefully it won't.
I'm
even
going to start
matter.
a group I'm the Men from Venus group. Kathryn, I love you. I'm so glad you
Oh
came
my
by
God,
and
I
chatted
love
with
you.
us.
This
It
was
so
the
fun.
greatest.
Well, do it again.
Can we?
I think we just scratched the surface.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
you guys! I think
Yeah.
we scratched the surface.
Yeah, I think there's more.
This was a deep dive, though.
I was.
This was a really deep.
Our favorite kind of dive. Hi, friends. Before we get into the fact check, I want to spread the word about my good friend Ellen DeGeneres. She has a new podcast that's called Ellen on the Go. And it's very cool because it condenses a bunch of highlights from that week's Ellen show. It also gives you kind of behind the scenes, how the show's made, put together. You get to hear from the actual people who make the show happen. It's incredibly fun and insightful. It's fantastic, as you would expect from our good friend Ellen. And because you're a armchair listener and she likes the kind of people that listen to this show, she's given us an exclusive preview of the first episode. And if you want to subscribe to the show, go to Ellen on the Go on Apple Podcasts or wherever you're listening right now. And there's also a link in our notes if you want to subscribe. It's not to be missed. So please enjoy an excerpt from her new podcast, Ellen on the Go.
Hi, it's me, Dame Judi Dench. I'm kidding, it's Ellen. Isn't it weird how much we sound alike, though? Anyway, welcome to my podcast. We're going to listen to some of the best moments from the show, and it's going to be hosted by 4 executive producers that I love. They have been with me from every single show, from the very beginning, so they know a lot. And if they say anything that I wouldn't like, please tweet me. Happy listening.
Welcome to our podcast. This is very exciting. Thanks, Ellen, for that nice introduction.
I'm Mary Conley.
I'm Andy Lassner.
I'm Ed Glavin.
I'm Kevin A. Lehman II.
So yeah, we're really excited about this podcast. Ellen asked us if we were willing to do it, and we said sure, and asked her how much we'd get paid for it, and she said nothing, and so here we are.
I thought that was a joke when Ellen said
No, we're
nothing.
not getting a penny for this.
Got it.
Anyway, we're very excited about it, and hopefully you'll be listening to us every Tuesday and Thursday, where we're going to give you some of the clips that we really loved from the past week's show, and also give you some behind the scenes of how our show gets made every day.
Now, Andy, did you enjoy when Mark Wahlberg told his story about how he likes to go in a cryo chamber once a day?
I'm going to be honest with you. When he was telling the story, I did find it fascinating and interesting that someone would take their body temperature that low.
Okay, so we're back with Mark Wahlberg, and who works out a lot, and it's evidence. You just look at you, and you can see that. But I know you do something that's is it a cryo? What is it called?
Oh, the cryo chamber.
Cryo chamber.
You have to try it. Yes.
I want to know. First of all, you didn't have one, so you got in freezing cold water when you were on vacation, right?
Yeah.
So how freezing is that water?
It's like 50-something degrees. You'll watch if I go a little further, see it starts getting really uncomfortable right around that level. It's like 55 degrees, but the cryo chamber is like 150 below zero. You go in for 3 minutes, but you can move around, you can listen to a song, and it really it helps with your recovery, takes all the lactic acid.
I'm sorry, say the temperature again?
It's 150 below in the cryo chamber. That's like 55
That's not true. You cannot be in 150 below temperature.
Well, that's what they're selling me. Yeah, and you can only go in for 3 minutes. You go in, you have a mask on, gloves, socks, a hat. But yeah, you go in for 3 minutes.
So that's all you have? No underwear, no other things? You just
I have a pair of underwear on. Yes, there it is. That's the cryo chamber. That's a real thing.
All right, and so you go in. How do you not get frostbite?
Well, we went in the water. There's one in Columbus, Ohio, which we can get to later, where you actually have to cover your nipples as well because they will start to really freeze and whatever else could happen. But it actually...
What about your stuff?
It just shrivels up a little bit. It's okay. It comes back to normal. But I'm telling you, it is great for recovery, and it just takes all the inflammation out of your body. It helps you sleep good.
Wow.
You should try it.
I'm going to tell you that one of my favorite moments of the week has to be Andy being surprised by Ellen and being forced against his will into a cryo chamber for 3 minutes.
So Mark Wahlberg tells that story. That night, Kevin and Ellen have a conversation, and Kevin and Ellen decide that the next day they're going to surprise Andy and put him in a cryo chamber. Kev, you want to tell us a little bit about how
that's why it's still so fun 16 years in. Like, Ellen loves torturing Andy. And when we heard that your body goes to minus 150, she's like, can we get one here? So we drove one up from San Diego, all behind Andy's back. Normally, we're all involved with all the decision making. This all happened behind his back. We wrote a whole fake monologue that she rehearsed, so he had no clue. We got a camera on him. Then the show starts. She comes out, big smile, starts a monologue that Andy's never heard. You see him get instantly worried when we showed the clip of Mark Wahlberg talking about the cryo chamber. And the next thing you know, he's talking about his pee-pee on TV.
And since you can't, see it on the podcast, you should probably know he was naked.
I feel the same way about you. Thanks so much. One of the things I love about this job is that I get to learn new things every single day. For instance, Mark Wahlberg was here yesterday. He is a great actor. He's got an amazing body. Am I right, ladies? He told me about one of the secrets how he keeps fit. It's something called cryotherapy. It's crazy what celebrities do to stay in shape, but I was curious, so I bought one. I wanted to know what cryotherapy feels like, and there's only one way to find out. So, Andy, come here. I just need you to sign something first. All right. I really do, because your assistant was going to sign, but that's not fair. Okay, you're not pregnant, right?
No.
Okay, you don't have any of these things? Severe anemia?
Is this a real machine?
It is. All right, it's going to be so good for you, you're going to thank me. All right.
It says 185 below.
Well, that's too cold. Just sign there. All right, you're going to go behind there and change, because you have to cover your stuff. All right? Yep. Minus 163. I can't wait to hear how this is. I was so curious, and I was like, this is going to be so fun.
Once I got in there, I was like, oh, this isn't so bad. But then I realized the timer hadn't started yet. And then once the guy flicked whatever switch he did, I felt the cold. And suddenly my body is getting colder and colder. And I'm also aware that there's an audience watching. And so it's just a lot of panic and fear. It's funny because people always say to me, come on, you had to know that was coming. And it is unbelievable considering the amount of time we all spend together and the amount of work we put into each show that I am completely left in the dark and have no idea that this stuff is coming. And I find it very upsetting that the four of us are supposedly in a trust tree.
Andy, you should know, Mary does care about you. We found out there was a 3-page release that you're supposed to sign for your health and heart or whatever.
Yeah.
And she made sure that we had you sign that on air.
I was a little worried about you.
I know.
I love you.
Know.
I love you.
I know.
And I was a little worried about
I'm
you.
frail.
And, well, you are frail. And I did not want it to all go badly.
And people are like, did you feel good? Like, did it help you with your work? I don't work out, so there's no recovery that I need.
Well, here's the thing. Twitch talked about how he does it all the time.
Yeah.
But he does it after a workout. Like he works out, and then when he's sore and has tired muscles, he does it. And then he has recovery is so much easier. And what I realized, what we needed to do, what we should have done, is we should have gotten you sore first. We should have made you work out. Made you work out, gotten you tired, and then see how the recovery.
Do you know that we were originally trying to get Mark Wahlberg to wake you up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go work out with them?
Yeah, that was a pitch where Mark Wahlberg was going to come to your door and wake you up at 3:45 a.m. and take you to a 4 a.m. workout.
Yeah,
I'm glad that didn't happen.
I can't remember why we didn't do it. It was such a great plan.
I think his schedule.
Yeah. You can subscribe today on Apple Podcasts or wherever you're listening to us right now. And don't forget to watch Ellen weekdays for even more fun.
And now my favorite part of the show, the fact check with my soulmate, Monica Padman. When you're a jet, you're a jet. From your first cigarette to your last dying day, checking facts all the way. When you're a jet, you're the cool cat in town. You're the best all around. Checking those facts.
Wow. Yeah.
Do you know what that's from?
A musical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
West Side Story.
Yeah. And I'm shocked to my core that you know a song from West Side Story.
I am too. They showed it to us like as some holiday approached in junior high. They put it in the gym.
Sure.
They played it, and it held my attention because it was about gangs. But then when the gangs fought, they were just dancing really close to each other.
Yeah.
You're the best all around.
And you remember the song though? Like I've watched 8,000 musicals in my life. And I don't remember any songs from any one of those.
I know a bunch of songs from musicals I've never even seen. Like the I sang it the other day, the Fiddler on the Roof, like if I were a rich man. And I've never even seen it.
Yeah, but that's a little more in the zeitgeist.
Is that a
than
pop song?
Yeah, Britney Spears.
When you check facts, you're the cool cat in town. You're the best all around.
It just is. It's so weird seeing and hearing this. I don't even know you anymore. Sometimes I feel like that.
Oh, no. You're always waiting for our friendship to end.
Well, I get nervous, yeah.
Yeah. How come you think? Is it a compliment or is it a burn? You think I'm wishy-washy? I mean, how often do I say my best friend Aaron Weekly? That's going back 40 years.
I know what it is, but I don't know. Well, I don't know if I know for sure, but I know one aspect.
What's one aspect?
One aspect is that you, in a beautiful way, make every person feel very special. And you also elevate everyone you like to like the highest status possible. So sometimes
You feel like it's inflated my love for you or something?
I feel like, no, I feel like
It can't be true.
it's just all the same.
Okay. But let me ask you this. A legit fear. Have you ever seen it dissipate, though? You've never seen it dissipate, have you? Like, I felt that way about Ryan Hansen for 11 years now. It's picking up steam. Like, if I would understand if you thought I had a borderline personality disorder, where it's like I fell in love with people really quick, and then I fell out with them, and then they were my enemy. But I don't have any history of that. The people I like fall in love with, I stay in love with them forever.
Right.
It never goes away.
But it feels like,
Even when they sue me, I've had friends sue me. I still
Sure.
love them.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just feels like sometimes it feels like you fall in love with everyone.
Well, see, so yeah, let's dig into that because I think that's a human hiccup because I'll see it sometimes on Twitter. I've had people on Twitter say like, oh, I felt special. You responded to me, but then I saw that you responded to everyone and now it means nothing. And then I go, well, that's so shitty. I took the time to respond to you and connect with you and it felt good. And then you went out of your way to figure out a way to make it not feel good, which was, oh, well, other people get it too. So now it's not special. Like you shouldn't evaluate things on whether or not they are in rare supply. Simply, you should evaluate them on the feeling. So if you get a good feeling when you and I talk and I compliment you or whatever, I don't know why you would then try to find a reason it's
I'm not trying to find a reason.
It just happens.
Yeah, I'd love to
instinctually.
not feel like that.
Yeah. But I do think it's, look, I'm guilty of it too. But I do think it's a good thing for us to police ourselves on. Like, if something feels good, let it stop there. Don't now do some research to try to discount this good feeling you had. I think that's like, yeah. The Twitter thing really upsets me when I like, I go out of my way to have a conversation with somebody, and then all of a sudden they decide that was fraudulent because I did it for other people too. I don't know.
Sure, I understand that, and I understand that being frustrating. Like I also think it's okay to want to feel. I don't know.
I don't think you agree with that if you finish that sentence. I don't think you actually intellectually agree with it. I think maybe emotionally you agree with the sentence you were about to just say.
To feel special?
Uh-huh.
You don't think it's okay to want to feel that?
I think it is very tempting to feel special. But again, I think that's a hiccup. You should only be evaluating how it makes you feel, not in relation to everyone else. It either makes you feel good or it doesn't make you feel good. And I have a ton of character defects. I talk about them regularly. I have a bunch of shitty parts of my personality. I have a temper. I'm a control freak. I talk too much. All these things are bad about me. One of the good things about me is that I have a gigantic capacity to love a lot of people.
I agree.
And that's just one of the few good things about me. And it to suggest maybe because I feel that way about a lot of them, that it is in any way less authentic or real or substantial as if I had fewer, I just think isn't true.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
I would want you to feel that I unconditionally love you and will till I die, and I will.
Okay.
Yeah. Even if I come to like a few more people along the way.
And you should, and they deserve that too. Everyone, your love is very powerful and intoxicating, and people want it, and you should give it to them. All right, let's start.
Okay. I love when we check in emotionally, publicly.
We'll see if it stays in.
It better stay in.
Okay.
Good. Before we get into this, I just want because there's a few comments that come across regularly when we post stuff, and I just want to, instead of responding all the time, there's a couple things I want to clear up. One is people are asking for more women and more diversity. Understandable. We want the same thing. I want you to know that we have asked a lot of women and women of color. We have been very active in trying to get those people, and they're just not saying yes. So just quickly know that we're trying.
That is true.
And they're not saying yes. Secondly, interview Monica. Everyone wants that, as they should. And I did. I interviewed you a while ago, And it's just when Monica's ready to release that. So it's
We're getting
happened.
some stuff in.
Yeah, we're going to do something special that'll be probably more than one part. So that has happened as well, and it is coming.
Yeah.
Was there another thing I thought we get a lot? I don't know. Those are the two things.
Oh, you
that
get
come.
upset that people ask you to buy me stuff.
Oh, yes. Everyone they'll tweet like, get her a footstool, get her a mic stand. First of all, I've offered to get you a mic stand like 20 times.
Mm-hmm.
And then at a certain point, and then at another point, I want to go like, hey, Monica is a fully independent woman of means. If she wants a footstool, she can buy a footstool.
Yeah, but I think they mean like the company. Get her a thing.
But you have a company credit card.
I do.
Maybe they don't know that.
I do.
She has an armchair in her wallet right now. She has an armchair expert American Express.
If I was uncomfortable, I would be fixing it, and I'm very comfortable.
Okay.
Okay.
That was our housekeeping.
Okay, to start, big huge fact that needs correcting. She was not terrible on Kimmel.
Oh, not at all.
I went back and I watched just to see.
Oh, cool.
And she was great. She's
totally
great.
right.
She was totally great and gregarious and charming and great.
She was as good as a non-stand-up comedian can be on a talk show.
So she's
not very objective.
So that fact is checked.
Check.
Okay, the movie that had I'll Stop the World and Melt with You is Valley Girl.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, you were right.
Oh, good.
I think maybe it was on a couple things, but
I think Love My Way was also in that movie.
Oh.
And do you recall anything about Love My Way? We did our live show in Austin. We learned something about Love My Way.
No.
I lost my virginity to Love My Way.
Oh, that's the song?
By Psychedelic Furs.
Oh, you say a lot of songs, and songs are like white noise to me if I don't know them. Like, it's just sounds you're making.
Yeah.
And I can't remember any of the songs you like.
That's fair. Yeah, in Austin, I told the story that I had made a mixtape in preparation of losing my virginity, and that was my favorite song on the mixtape, and it just timed out perfectly where the actual coitus started right when Love My Way started, and then ended almost immediately after that.
At the chorus, at the beginning of the chorus.
I don't think I made it to the chorus.
Yeah, it probably made you extra excited, which you didn't really need to be.
No, I should have been playing like some that Oompa Loompa music you hear when you're in Tijuana. It's like based in I don't know if you know this about the Mexican music tradition, but because there were so many German settlers, it's actually comes from polka. So when you when you're driving around LA and you hear Mexican dudes listen to their music, and it's got a kind of a polka vibe.
It does, actually.
It's got that beat.
Yeah, cool.
I should have put that on. Or like when I'm watching movies set in the Middle East and they have the popular music where it's like, to me, again, in my own little bubble, it sounds like someone's in pain. It's like,
Sure.
If I would have had that on, I would have been like, oh my God, someone help this guy. And I would not have been able to think. I don't think that's racist. I think I'm fine.
You need a happy medium, though. Like, I don't think you need to feel like there's pain, and I don't think you need to be super excited. Like, maybe just a
some country and western music.
Sure, yeah,
Sure.
Yeah.
Way down yonder on the Chattahoochee, it gets hotter than a hoochie coochie. We laid rubber on the Georgia asphalt and got a little crazy, but we never got caught. Down by the river on a Friday night, a pyramid of cans in the pale moonlight. Talking about cars and dreaming about women. Never had a plan, just living for the minute. Yeah, I could have lasted like maybe 40 seconds to that.
Yeah.
When did I lose you in that song? I had you at the beginning. Then I looked over and I was like, I lost her. But then I thought maybe the pyramid of cans in the pale moonlight was going to get you back. Because also, you're from fucking Georgia.
I know.
The song is anthemic.
It's not about the song.
Am I singing?
No, I love your singing.
Okay.
But it's a little, sometimes it's hard to look at someone when they're singing.
You have a hard time. I in general, I've never been a very insecure person about like doing voices or singing, but I regularly look over at you and you're disgusted. And it's made me a little self-conscious.
Oh my God.
Like we were doing
so
voices
sorry.
the other day when Bateman was here and I kept glancing at your face and you were like on the verge of throwing up when I would do like my Australian accent. I'm like,
no, I'm sorry.
And I just saw when you were looking at me, you're like, Oh boy. When's this song over?
It has nothing to do with you. I'm really sorry if that is making you self-conscious. It's hard. It's just hard for me to
By the
look
way,
at
you're not making me self-conscious. I am self-conscious.
No,
when you make that
no, but I'm doing something to activate that. That's
Sure.
okay for you to say and for me to fix. But it's not about what you're doing. It's about like it's just something it's not you, anyone. If even like if Kristen was sitting there and she was singing and she was staring at me, she has the most beautiful voice of anyone in the whole world,
Sure.
and it would make
And
me
a face to match.
Exactly, and it would make me uncomfortable.
Although I have been jealous because Jess can make the most repulsive face in the world, and you love it, and you stare right at it, like right in the hot white light. You're right down the barrel on Jess's stuff, and I go, God, she would be throwing up right now.
No. It's because why is it? It's because Jess. I mean,
Jess
he's
is
just
Jess.
a clown. He's a clown. And that's
He's like
what
Jim
he
Carrey.
is. Also, if Jess was sitting there and he was singing for a minute long at me, I would probably still feel a little uncomfortable.
Not only untrue, but I have videographic evidence because we filmed you while he sang
and I was
Prumpy Strumpkins.
I was laughing and uncomfortable
yes,
the whole
with joy,
time.
though. You didn't have the pained look on your face like when I sing.
Also,
It's definitely
Pippi
different.
is different. Pippi's different. It's not.
But even if I started going, here come Pippi Longstrump, you'd start getting nervous, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, all we need to be here is honest. We don't have to
I
be.
know.
Yeah.
It's not. I don't think it's you. I just think.
Well, I know exactly what it is. You very admittedly have a big fear of doing characters.
Oh yeah.
And probably what your face looks like when you sing.
Oh God. Yeah. all
so
of
it's
it.
just kind of like projection onto
Totally.
me.
Totally.
Yeah, but it's working. I'm getting like I can feel it too.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry.
We laid rubber on the Georgia asphalt and got a little crazy, but we never got caught. I'm done singing.
Now
You
I
can
don't
look at me.
know what to do.
You can look at me again. I'm done singing. Maybe I'll have a little ski mask I keep in here for when I do my character work. Does it make you nervous when I do Frida?
No. It doesn't make me nervous when you do any of these things. Maybe I just feel like maybe I feel like you're expecting some sort of reaction from me, and then I don't know what that is, and I'm uncomfortable, and I just feel uncomfortable.
Now, I can very much relate to that because quite often someone will come over and they're a very good guitar player and singer, and it is standard procedure that they stare at you while they're performing, and I'm like, I need a layer between us. I need a few rows, or I need lights.
I don't think I can really give you what you need in that moment, and I don't know what it is.
I don't even need anything because I'm in a zone of trying to remember the lyrics of the song and keep my voice in some kind of range that it doesn't fall apart.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of checked out. I'm just accidentally looking at you, which is probably what the people who are performing in my living room with the guitar are also checked out.
You as a person.
How's an asshole and mom get such a great kitchen?
That's a really good impression.
Thank you. Sometimes I'll just sit around and kind of like go through my thoughts and just think like, well, how would Owen think about this? Because normally it's very unconventional the way you would approach this.
See?
You got nervous right at the end.
No, but it's a great. That's what. It's not that it has anything to do with your impression. Your impression's fantastic.
Thank you.
Maybe it just goes on a little long for me.
Yeah, probably. I'm milking it too much. I'm going back to the well, as they would say.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just in and out from now on. It'll be like 3 words.
Okay, great.
I'll just go like, how's an asshole like? And then I'll just stop.
Stop mid-sentence.
Right at the moment you think you know who I'm doing.
Sure.
Yeah.
I want you to do whatever you want to do, okay?
Okay. Jose Concepcion hails from Havana, Cuba, where the sun shines 365 days a year. Misses a pop up in the sunshine. I really went for it there just to rub it in.
That's a lot.
That's Michael Rosenbaum's impersonation. I just want to give him credit. He'll do that. In fact, if you've spent more than 20 minutes with Rosenbaum, you've heard him do it.
I haven't.
Okay. We need to get you in a room with him
Yeah.
to hear it done well.
All right. So I also looked up the opening scene of Blue Velvet that she referenced with the maggots. There wasn't a rock that gets overturned, but it had that vibe where it's, quintessential pleasant suburban town, and then someone has a heart attack. The person, there's a person who is watering the grass, and I believe there's a kink in it, and then he has a heart attack. What it looks like to me, and then you go into the grass, and then it's like disgusting maggotry. Yeah, it's gross. But it made me want to watch that movie. I've never seen it, and I was really intrigued by that opening scene because there's the Blue Velvet song happening.
David Lynch movies, they require a mindset for me personally.
Mm-hmm.
I have to unplug from the desire to see a narrative that is like beginning, middle, end, 3 parts, poetics, Aristotle, and just go like, just take every moment for the moment and let your brain stop trying to figure out like where it's supposed to be going or whatever. That's how I have learned to enjoy those movies.
Yeah.
Very.
What's one you like?
Wild at Heart is because it combines, Nick Cage. He was my favorite all growing up.
You said, okay, at one point you were talking to her about her husband and her relationship, and you said anytime people go from 20 to 25, there's going to be growth, but you can't guarantee it's going to happen at the same time. But I think you meant 20 to 45 because that's their age.
Yeah, that's their age. Yeah, I think I really meant 20 to 30 because I was thinking about Brie and I.
Oh,
I think that's what I probably meant.
Oh, I see.
Because I was kind of referencing that. Because I think it was me saying, like, when we met, I was like, there's no way we're making it to 30 without cheating on each other.
You did say that later, but yeah.
So I think that was still in my craw.
Got it.
Because Belle and I seem to have, we've changed at a somewhat symbiotic pace. But I feel like when you're younger,
20,
that gap there's a lot more kind of dramatic path choosing.
Right. I have a lot of friends back home in high school who are married to their high school sweethearts. And it's just interesting to see the people when they start in the relationship and where they are now, where they were in the middle, and like
because just very generally speaking, not most 22-year-olds haven't figured out their
let alone 16 and 14 and 15. It's rare to be able to stay with the person for that long because you really don't know anything about yourself at that point when you're picking.
And just finding your lane in life, career-wise.
Yeah, you don't know anything.
Hobbies. Do you have a good diet now? All these weird things you end up having to confront towards the end of your 20s. Like, oh, I'm starting to gain weight pretty quick. I guess I can't eat at McDonald's 3 days or 3 times a day. Those decisions start presenting themselves very quickly at the end of your 20s.
Yeah.
Like, am I going to stick with this? Am I going to smoke cigarettes forever? Am I going to drink forever? Am I going to eat shitty food forever? All these things. Not that McDonald's is shitty. We'd love to have them as a sponsor. So every now and then I'll go over there and I'll just get a Big Mac. And you've heard me order it. What do I get? Extra sauce, extra cheese. Extra. Read all about it.
Yeah. We like the fries too.
Especially if you've had food poisoning or the flu.
Best.
It's the best food back.
Yeah. I had it day one back a few weeks ago
Nirma.
when I was ill.
After our Nirma virus?
Actually, no, I didn't have it after that.
You craved it though.
I think I did.
You told me you had craved it.
Yeah. Because then we went to a different food institution, not Crystal's and not McDonald's, not a place that we ended up being very happy at. And they didn't have the fries like I wanted.
No.
So the book is called Mating in Captivity. Mating in Captivity, Unlocking Erotic Intelligence by Esther Perel.
I'm going to add to that fact because Kathryn texted me, I think last night, to tell me that the people who wrote that book also have a podcast called Where Should We Begin?
Ooh.
Which is supposed to be phenomenal.
Oh, great.
Yeah, by the authors of that book.
All right, check it out.
Or author, I don't know, singular, plural.
Check it out using Spotify.
Check it out.
I have some bad news.
Oh, I love bad news.
I know. B. Arthur is not with us.
Oh, she's not with us?
No. She died in 2009 to cancer.
Oof.
Yeah.
That was bad news.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
I wish you could have said she got hit by a bus or something.
That's the bad news, that she only had cancer. She didn't have a pretty outrageous death.
She didn't try like getting launched out of a canyon at a cannon at a state fair to like raise awareness for puppy mills, and then it went sideways. She collided with another cannon person being shot out of a cannon. They like didn't schedule it properly, and two opposing cannons went up. You know, that's Aaron and I's dream, right?
To get shot out of a cannon?
We've had a 30-year plan that if we were lucky enough to die on the same day, our will states clearly that our funeral should be us dressed in superhero outfits in opposing cannons, and they fire them at the same time, and then our limp bodies just collide in midair and then fall gracelessly to the ground like two birds that had heart attacks.
Oh my God. I'm excited for that day.
And then we have an obligation to one another based on who dies first.
Okay.
Like mine is, should he still be around, that I will be dressed in a superhero outfit,
okay,
and then tied to a chair on railroad tracks. And then the train quickly approaches and you're waiting for the superhero to get out. But of course I'm dead, so I can't. So then you just watch my limp body just get smashed by a freight train. Which is really funny too, isn't it? And then Aaron's is very peculiar. So we will all be gathered in a field, like a big grassy green field.
Beautiful.
You don't even know where Aaron's corpse is.
Okay.
And then I will find the three most snaggletooth, ragged hillbillies you can find.
Okay.
They'll pull up in an old F-150 pickup truck. They'll get out and they'll drop the tailgate. They'll pull Aaron's corpse out, and then they'll all have shovels and picks and stuff. And then they'll just start abusing the body in front of us.
Oh, wow.
And they'll just take the corpse to task.
And everyone has to watch this.
They do, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds a little sadistic.
We're just watching like three guys from Deliverance just, take the body to task.
I love the idea that you guys just sat around and concocted
we did a tremendous amount of mushrooms together in our 20s.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's probably why I don't have a death fantasy like that.
Maybe. One of the many benefits.
Yeah. Okay.
Because they say sustained creativity is one of the benefits.
You have said that, yeah.
And that is a creative way to have a funeral.
That is true.
I almost wish, I'm going to add to it today. I'm going to add to the fantasy is that after the train smashes my body, I have a tuba player that plays. Like, oh, he didn't get out in time.
Oh my God. We're watching Castle Rock currently, and there was a scene the other day, an image of a school bus getting hit by a train.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been thinking about that image ever since.
Oh, you have?
Mm-hmm. It's
Scared.
been in my brain in a not good way, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, in a not very, I don't think, healthy way.
I envy the way you get sucked into these shows, and Kristen, because you guys like come out of your skin during the pop outs.
Oh my God, they're so scary.
Yeah, and I'm really jealous that I can't have that heightened experience that you're having.
I'm surprised you're not.
I'm
you're
in my
just
living
expecting
room.
Or
well, I'm in my living room. Like,
but
it doesn't pop out into my living room. It pops out into this little rectangle on my wall.
I know, but it's still, you're expecting one thing and then something else happens. It's jarring.
Yeah, but I don't need to physically move my body because the thing isn't in my living room. It's on the little rectangle in 2 dimensions. It just, I can't get to the point you're at where you need to move your body.
Yeah, I mean, it's all involuntary, obviously.
Right, which just lets me know you're experiencing it on a much deeper level than me.
Did you ever go through haunted houses?
Yeah.
Did you like them?
No, I mean, I like them, but I've never recoiled or jumped. No.
What?
Because I enter the thing knowing legally they can't assault me.
Yeah, that's what I also say as I'm going through it. But it's just, it has nothing to do with the consequence. It's just the act of expectation getting ripped out from under you.
Well, and again, my expectation entering the thing is that a bunch of knuckleheads are going to jump out in bloody sheets with chainsaws with no chains on them.
When?
That's true. I don't know when.
I guess I'm impressed and nervous that you don't have any reaction to pop outs.
I've had them in real life. Like one time, Josh Duhamel, while we were shooting in New York, he hid in a doorway. Mm-hmm. And I was walking back from the craft service at night, and he was in a doorway, and he jumped out at me And I had a very physical
You
reaction.
did. You
Yeah,
did. Okay,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
good then.
Yeah.
Yeah, then maybe it's just when you watch things you don't
I guess don't buy in as much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which again is why I'm envious. It'd be fun to buy in that much.
right. Well, I wish I had more of yours because I get scared. Then I get scared to walk from my car to my door.
And then you're
And then
scared
I'm-
in your apartment.
And I'm scared in my bed. And then I'm scared thinking about the
In
bus.
my Brooklyn sheets. And then I'm
Okay. Oh, you said of the 150,000 years we've lived here for over 140,000. We were not monogamous. The modern monogamous culture has only been around for just 1,000 years.
the modern monogamous.
Modern monogamous
Okay.
says an evolutionary anthropologist from the University College of London.
Not a real college, but still a cool
Yes,
statement. I'm
it
teasing.
is.
I don't know. It's probably a great college.
Probably the best college.
Okay, so 1,000 years.
Yeah, which is interesting.
It is interesting because we have royalty that predates 1,000 years.
They might not have been monogamous.
Oh, yeah, you're right. They probably had concubines and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, point remains, very unnatural way for us to live and new.
I agree. I don't think I'm going to do it.
Don't do it. You can reject it. That's what's so exciting about being a human being on planet Earth is occasionally you can decide to reject
Something
some
you
principle.
disagree with. Yeah,
I love
I know.
it. What's weird though is that you are admittedly kind of a jealous person.
Mm-hmm.
So like
It's
when
going to
you-
be hard.
Yeah. I think you don't believe in it for you, but you probably believe in it for your partner.
No. I would not be like, I would offer him the same thing that I was.
But it would be very hard.
It
for
would
you.
be hard, but I intellectually, I do not agree with it. And it would be hard for me probably because I'm jealous.
Yeah.
But you know why it would be hard? The reason it would be hard is the thing that we talked about at the beginning.
Uh-huh.
That's the only reason it would be hard. I do not think I would have any problem with like the physical acts or any, like I don't care about that, but I do care. But I would like to work on it. I work on it in therapy, but obviously I'm not doing a good job. I have a complex about needing to be everyone's number one.
Uh-huh.
That's a recurring thing in my life. So that would be hard. But if it was my husband and I knew that I was,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I
Well,
would.
that's very much how I felt with Bree.
Yeah.
I had no question in my mind that I was number one. So
Yeah.
I wasn't really bothered by.
Yeah. That's sort of, if I have that security.
I think I'm number one in Kristen's mind.
I'm
So
sure
I'm
you
not
are.
very nervous about her doing something.
Yeah. I think that's the more important thing, to feel secure in that way. And if I had that, I don't think I would care about the other stuff. As long as I wasn't getting
But
any
you would
STDs.
have to be
I don't want
really-
any STDs in my
No
bed.
big deal. We've got doctors.
I don't want that in
Whatever.
my. I mean,
Who
they can
cares?
wear a condom if they're going to do that.
But listen, the thing you'd have to get comfortable with is people will occupy a portion of your partner in a way that you can't. And they will value aspects of that person way above you.
Mhm.
But you have to, or in my experience, you have to look at the sum of all that.
Mhm.
So it's like, oh yeah, I get it. That person's way more interesting in that category for her, and that's very stimulating. But I do think over a long enough timeline, the things he doesn't have that I have will show its head soon enough, and then she'll just recognize, oh, that's not enough. That one thing.
Yeah.
I'm tooting a lot over here, and I'm nervous. I'm letting
Oh.
little toots out over here in hopes that they don't end up smelling and making their way to you.
I don't smell or hear them.
Okay, great. They're very minuscule. They're like tremors for earthquakes.
Okay.
All right. I don't think any one of them is registered more than like a 2.0.
I don't think so, because I haven't felt any rumbling
Okay.
or anything.
Nothing offensive
No.
in the air. Okay. Any more facts?
That's pretty much it.
Facts are tasty. They taste nice.
I know. That's pretty much it.
1,000 years of current monogamy.
My favorite part was we talk about Nanette a little bit.
Oh, uh-huh.
My favorite thing that she says is not really about the men. Well, it is a little bit, but she says, I built a career out of self-deprecation, and I don't want to do that anymore, because you understand what self-deprecation means from somebody who already exists in the margins. It's not humility, it's humiliation.
Oh, yeah, I like that too.
And I really liked that, and I think it was dead on.
I don't think anyone will make it this far in the podcast because we're like at the 4-hour marker. But one follow-up thought I've had a couple times after we've had these conversations that I want to get out there, which I think is relevant, is I would imagine if I'm you or I'm Nanette or I'm anyone in one of these marginalized groups who is the victim of a systematic patriarchal white male world, I bet it'd be easy for you to miss that we too are terrible victims of it. So I would bet even on a higher percentage, the people that were the victims of white males where I grew up were other white males. Like there were a whole strata of kids who beat the fuck out of other kids. Like the vast majority of the kids in my junior high were victims. They weren't the reigning male. They too were victims. I was molested by a white male. Like we're not excluded from it either.
No one is saying that. This is the thing that we bump up against all the time. I feel like every time someone says something about
honkies,
about a marginalized group, you assume that means that they were we're ignoring white people. That's not what it is. It's that white people get seen all the time, and this is just saying these are some other groups that are having issues, and this is why, and these are the things we can change. The reaction.
Oh, I guess
to these things,
you're right. The thing that I'm fearful of is that you think I can't relate, but I can say that I've gotten beat up by cops in my hometown. I can relate to being scared of the white hegemonic dudes who have the power. I've been the victim of that. So I can relate, and it feels like I'm disinvited to relate. And again, maybe all this is my own egocentric desire to be bonding with people when I'm not being invited to bond with them. It's conflicting to me because I can relate. I know what, like for the Me Too movement. I do have a fucking voice in the Me Too movement because I got molested by a white dude who had the power. So it's like,
I agree.
It's weird for me to hear that debate go on publicly and think that I don't have a voice in it when I very much have been the victim of it.
I have not heard that you can't be in the conversation. I feel like you have decided that and you say that a lot, and I don't necessarily think that's true. I don't think anyone's trying to silence anyone. That is literally the whole point of this.
And let me recognize, I sound like someone saying white lives matter too, which is so stupid because I agree. Everyone's always known white lives matter, that it's on the front page of every newspaper. So it doesn't require a movement to remind people white lives matter.
Exactly.
It does require a movement, pathetically so, that we say Black Lives Matter. So I recognize I sound like that. I just want to check when I recognize I sound like that.
Which is good.
And I don't need anyone to feel bad for me. I guess, it's just, I guarantee it's my endless desire to be a part of every group.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I think it's just choosing the way you say it. Like if you say it like that, like on a human level, I relate because of this. I recognize it's not the exact same thing, but I've experienced stuff like that too, and it sucks. There also has to be that whole thing.
I mean, I guess I'm wrong. I guess you do know that the power tripping white male picks on everybody. He's not just picking on certain groups. It's just pretty pervasively, I'm in authority and I'm gonna fuck with you,
right? And it's terrible. The white male that's getting picked on might also be the white male that then does it again and is easier to do it. Whatever. I don't know.
I've admitted that on here. It's like I've my whole memory of childhood is a list of people I think bullied me. Yeah. And then I just easily lob off the fact that a good amount of people probably feel bullied by me.
Yeah.
Which is horrific for me to acknowledge.
Yeah.
But certainly there's a group of a dozen kids that would be happy to stand up and go, no, motherfucker, you did this to me. I'm
Yeah.
sure I passed it on.
A part of the conversation that it feels a little bit, it just feels like defensiveness when I don't think it is defensiveness, but it comes off that way. If you don't say, yeah, they're terrible to everyone. I experienced this. That has to change. It's bad. That's this. There has to be the qualifier. It can't feel like, well, they're doing it to everyone, so oh well. Which is sort of how it comes off if you don't finish the sentence, which is that, and it's terrible, and it has to stop.
Yeah.
For everyone.
I think the answer lies somehow, though, not in ethnicity, gender, color, sexual orientation, but lies within systems. It's like the systems we design going forward in the future have to not be hierarchical in the way they've always been. It's like they started as feudal lords and we've inched forward and we've, people have gotten more agency and autonomy along the way. But that is, again, it's why I was endlessly talk about how thrilling the AA structure is, that no one's in charge. I think our systems, because I do believe, and you can see this all around the world in every different country with every color person, anywhere there's a power structure, people are abusing it. It's just the nature of us primates.
Yeah.
And I sometimes feel like we're hanging a little too much of it on identity or group identity. And it's more a human power dynamic issue. And the solution lies in the structure of the systems.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you.
Hey, for the last person who hung in there with us, thanks for sticking around.
Yeah, thanks.
We love you. We know it was a long one.
Yeah.
Hopefully you were driving from Utah to Saskatoon, Florida.
Oh,
And
hopefully.
we were your only option. Love you.
Love you.